Yeah. Barack you Abba Yahuwah.
Rock you up.
We just need your light of rain.
Let it rain.
Let it rain. Let it rain. Looking for your light of rain.
Hey.
Let it rain.
Let it rain.
Looking for your light of rain.
Hey. Yeah. To the Abba, I'm Jonah, fresh out the well's mouth. Spit up on the show, going toe to toe with the hellbound. Fell down, got back up, can't take a L now. Abba brought me back with more heat, witness this meltdown. Well now, let's get started, Dilly departed, don't discard it. If you're not with Abba, you're walking carcass, that's lawless. I'd rather be known as struggling artist than compromise, taking photos on red carpets. No bargain, with Hollis, I stand a gap for the harmless. Watch out for fast talkers and snake charmers. Can't harm us, cause Abba is with you, they run up on us. Remember it's lost when they try to put pressure on you, but don't you be ignorant seeing that we are targets. Pay attention to killings in black markets. Hate it with a passion, but idolizing your organs. Harvest the cells of a fetus after abortion. Hell no.
Let it rain. Let it rain. Hey. Looking for your light of rain. Come on. I say, let it rain. Let it rain. Abba, we looking for your light of rain.
I tell my people that these days are getting early. Enemy been salty. Better wake up and smell the roses in the coffee. Youngsters in the street dead, buck like Milwaukee. Cops apologetic, nobody is yelling sorry. It's a damn shame to see my people slain. I know my Abba is the only one to break the change. Feeling like when freedom came, Yahusha took away my pain. I was a sinner, now I'm looking for your ladder rain. Found it was a Nazarene, hidden when that savage came. Knowing that my Abba truly orchestrated everything. Praying while I'm switching lanes, knowing that the time is close. Some treat it like a joke, sleeping while they comatose. Sin and make you overdose, similar to smoking dope. Pay close attention, they'll show you who they hate the most. No time to sugarcoat, your life is just a vapor though. Don't rock the boat, thank you Abba, we have stayed afloat. Yeah.
Let it rain. Let it rain. Hey. Looking for your light of rain. Come on. I say, let it rain. Let it rain. Abba, we looking for your light of rain. That's right. Let it rain. Looking for your light of rain. Come on. I say, let it rain. Let it rain. Abba, we looking for your light of rain. That's right. I say, let it rain. Let it rain. Come on. Looking for your light of rain. Come on. I say, let it rain. Let it rain. Abba, we looking for your light of rain. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you Abba. Thank you Abba for all that you do. I'm forever indebted to you. For all of my life, Abba Yahuwah, you have kept me. Keep your people, Abba Yahuwah.
We're going to start off giving blessings, honor, glory, and power be to him that sits upon the throne and to the Lamb. Maranatha family. Shabbat. Shalom. Thank the Heavenly Father. Give thanks. Give praises, man. Glorious day for us to be able to participate on once again. We got to thank the Father for that opportunity, man. Not everybody got that this week. Had a lot of people die this week. So give thanks that we're still here, man. We're the only people that exist. Yeah, I said it. We're the only people that exist, man. Ain't no other time other than right now. Ain't no other planet existing other than the one that we on right now. And ain't nobody in existence living than other than the people that live right now. All praises to the Most High. Today is the lesson of Exodus from America, man. The faith of Abraham. That is the faith of Abraham. What is to Exodus of out of America? Excuse me. Yeah, I know. You're like, are you drawing conclusions, Mr. Axe of the battle? No, I ain't drawing no conclusions. You know I ain't nuts. Y'all know that I ain't crazy. If you've been tuning in to One Nation Set Apart more than once, hold on. More than once, if you have tuned in, that was enough for you to know that we are not crazy. that we are on point. That's right. All right. Yeah, I said it. We on point. So let's get straight to this. All right. I'm gonna try to share my screen. All praises to the Most High. And we're gonna get to the video. All right. I'm doing it a little different than I usually was doing it. I'm just operating on a different program. Not saying that I'm being lazy, but I did not have to do as much work in converting it from one program to another. So bear with me as I gather up these settings. Boom. All right. Okay, cool. All right. The Exodus from America, the faith of Abraham. Let's start at Hebrews 11:1. We're going to the book of Hebrews in 11:1. And we're going to go read on down to about verse 16. That's what this is all going to be about today with this lesson. The book of Hebrews tells us exactly what was the faith of Abraham. And we are going to match that up with us currently today. And we're going to put these things into practice, into proper perspective, into utilization. Because as it says in the book of Romans 13, that everything that is written is for our knowledge. All things written is for us to learn. It's for us to utilize all the dynamics and the concepts. That's right. So when we get here right now, starting at Hebrews at the top and 11, he says, now faith is the substance. I don't like to use that word. It's the confidence of things hoped for. All right. You go look at that word in the Hebrew. You go look at that word as was translated before the KJV also. It says confidence. The word that they used in the blue letter that they used in Greek was translated as the word confidence more than it was translated as the word substance. Because today we see ourselves actually operating in this walk of this newfound truth with confidence that we are on the right path, confident that we are actually accurate with our determinations of these scripts, and that we are confident that the Most High Power does bless the so-called black man if he hearken, and he does curse the children of Israel when they do not obey his law, statutes, and commandments. So now, backing it up, faith is actually the confidence of things hoped for, the evidence or the certainty of things not seen. Because we know that since we have not been keeping these law, statutes, and commandments, it is flat out prominent and evident that we have been living up under the curse, also known as the punishments of the Most High Power, the judgments. We can see it. Even if you are not an Israelite, we can see that there is something going on with the so-called black man. Just the smart ones and the ones that the Most High Power has chosen to be the ones that usher in the kingdom of truth. We are the ones that sees the connections with these curses which automatically engages the obedience to those that actually wants to conform up under the power of the Most High. Conform to under the authority of the Most High power. We see that since we got put into these bad conditions by disobedience, we know that if we hearken to the law, statutes, and commandments, that this will get us up out of them, and we are sure of that. So the evidence of things not seen, which is those curses that comes of God, or the certainty, that's faith. It's knowing for sure, without a doubt, that even though you don't see these things, they're either happening or they're going to transpire in the future based off of your actions. Yeah, I said it. He said, right here, we go into the blue letter real quick. Because it says, for by it the elders obtained a good report. That these dudes was either to be a witness or to bear witness. But I like the one right here at the bottom when you see right here, it says, or that he knows it because taught by divine revelation or inspiration. And that's exactly what we'll see. And that's what we have been seeing throughout the scriptures. We've seen that with Noah. He was taught by divine revelation that the world was going to end. So what did he do? He put that into action. Because that brother was confirmed of the evidence, confirmed with evidence of things that was not seen. All right. That was just one example. I went there because everybody knows the story of Noah. So I was able to just go ahead and just elaborate very, very thoroughly on what just transpired with these scriptures and the breakdown from the outline biblical uses in the blue letter when it says that he knows it because taught by divine revelation or inspiration. All right. So for it, the elders, all right, the it is the faith, obtained a good report, ended up getting taught about a heads up. You feel me? It's about to go down. Or it's going to go down positively. Like you're going to end up inheriting the land. Yeah, that's right. So he says, through faith, at 3, through faith, we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of God. All right. So all the other folks, yeah, you don't really, this doesn't really apply to you that actually believes in the Big Bang Theory and all those things of that sort. We over here at One Nation Set Apart, and over here the children of the Most High Power on hold. We know that the Most High God did not do no Big Bang, as per se what these so-called pagans have been trying to feed us, trying to force feed us. We know that the Most High Power, he spoke these things into existence in the manner that he said. And we know that even though we didn't see it happen, we still are certain. Why? Because the Most High Power said it. And we are humble enough within ourselves to go and just leave it at that. Yeah, We just leave it at that. Because he said it. That right there is one of the medicines that our wicked brothers need. They need to know that there are some things you just need to go on ahead and just leave it at that. Why? Because in all actuality, you can't do nothing with it anyways. What do you mean by not doing nothing with it? The acts of the battle? I said, well, this is what I mean by that. When somebody says, hey, God did this. Can you explain it? No. We wasn't even there. And then when somebody says, you know what? I ain't even gonna lie. I'm gonna go ahead and just ride with it anyways because God, he must have done it. However it was. You just now came down from being your own God. You just now came down from thinking that you know every damn thing. Which it humbles your spirit. That's why the Most High got mysteries. So you can realize that, hey man, you ain't in control. Because at the end of the day, you ain't going to be able to redo or remanufacture this situation anyways. Like outer space and gravity, planet. Man can't replicate that inside of a lab. The Big Bang Theory. Man can't replicate that inside of the lab either. And so at the end of the day, go on and just leave that type of stuff alone. Because just go ahead and utilize your faith to be able to understand that the worlds were framed by the word of the Most High. When he said, let there be light. Let there be this. And let there be that. Okay? Read it on. So that things which are not seen were not made of things which do appear. That's right. The things which are seen ain't made by things that are seen, man. And just go on and leave it alone. Next slide. He says, by faith, Abel offered unto the Most High an excellent sacrifice. A more excellent sacrifice than Cain, by which he obtained witness that he was righteous. The Most High testifying of his gifts. What gifts was that? The sacrifice and the offering up of the blood of the lamb. Because it's going to elaborate right here with them two dots. And by it, what is the it? The blood. He being dead yet speaketh. Because this brother, he knew that the fruit of the earth was cursed. And Abel didn't believe that. That's why I wanted to say brother, but I didn't even want to call him that. But that's why that individual, yeah, that's better. That's why that individual went about the things that he did. Because this was a wicked brother, a wicked individual. But Abel was the contrary, and that was the reason why his blood was speaking after that he was dead. Next slide. He said, by faith Enoch was translated, that he should not see death, and was not found, because the Most High had translated him. Because before his translation, he had this testimony, the testimony of faith, that he pleased the Most High. There is a faith process. The Most High, this is what the book of Hebrews this is the point that the book of Hebrews is trying to get across to us. That faith is something that has to be involved, which will give an explanation for a lot of things that we lack, a lot of things that has been staged to lead us into the area of disbelief. Is because faith is one of the things that is required of the Most High when he is about to give you something that you probably don't even deserve. Like turning into a super being, flying off somewhere, like Enoch. Or building one of the greatest structures that saved all your people. And everything that the Most High sees of value. You know what I'm saying? These are things that no man knows how to work up to be able to be qualified to obtain. People don't know how to do this stuff organically. These are things that are done by the Most High as a gift to faithful people, to those that actually can be like, in other words, like a child that can actually still maintain positive behavior when the parent ain't around or seems to not be present. That right there is quality. That brings value to an existence of a human being. That faith. All right? That certainty. That no, man, it is going to happen. Even though you don't see it happening in any way, shape, or form. That's done by God. If you was really, really smart, that right there would be your dead giveaway. That's your cheat sheet. You wouldn't need no more. You'd be like, oh, somebody has delivered me a proposition that doesn't seem realistic. Somebody's trying to deliver me a proposition that comes from the Bible, but I don't see it actually happening. You best believe that now that proposition at that time and that day is a gift from God. He's given you. That is your certificate or your invitation to the marriage. That is when the Most High Power is testing your faith. Yeah, I said it. That is when the Most High is testing your faith. Is when you are being introduced into a proposition that doesn't seem realistic or fetched. Yeah, seems far-fetched, hard to acquire. He said, but without faith, it is impossible to please him. What? 11:6 of Hebrews says, but without faith, it is impossible. Impossible. You feel me? If you don't understand English, impossibly. It's not ever going to happen to please the Most High Power if you can't actually set your eyes on a goal that doesn't seem like you can actually acquire it with your own might. Yeah, I said that. Because he that comes to the Most High, what? He must believe that he is what? He is what? God. The multitude, the multiplicity of powers. He is that. Because everybody knows that you're going to need power behind these things. Well, at least if you were smart, you would know that. If you were smart, you would have been identified that by now. That's the reason why these pagans never left from being pagans. They pagans today and they was pagans yesterday. Why? Because smart people know that actually is serious about having stuff of their own, knows not to leave out the belief of their God. But with us, we are the God. We have the God of the impossible. We are the God. We are the people of the God of the impossible. With that being said, if he is the God of the impossible, oh yeah, you best believe. Far-fetched concepts, things that are hard to see yourself being able to acquire, that is your area of expertise. What? Yeah, I said it. All praises to the Most High Power, man. That is your area of expertise. Your job, guess what? Since you are the person that has straight legitimate claim to the God of the impossible, omnipotent God, guess what your area of expertise that you got to get on? Man, come on now, help me out. Your area of expertise that you got to master, guess what it is? Believing in things that seems impossible. Dang. Hallelujah, oh man. Just like you already gotta grasp the concept about us being defeated by everybody and being brought over on slave ships in a mass populated fashion. What? I'm talking about you. We're talking about the biggest, meanest, roughest, toughest people on planet Earth. Reduced to the state of an animal with no might. I hope you know that's impossible. The evidence of God has been in your face. And you have been utilizing that faith and belief concept this whole time. To even accept the idea that your people, which is smarter, stronger, faster, meaner, tougher than every people on planet Earth, including the so-called white man, but you have been completely demasculated, neutered, and reduced to the state and being of an animal. And you accepted it. Guess what? That's belief. So you might as well go on ahead and utilize that one in the right direction and in a positive way. Because at Hebrews 11:6 is because without faith, it is impossible to please the Most High anyways. Because he that comes to the Most High, hey, here's your requirement. You must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. That's why you see right there in the slide, diligently seeking plus belief And faith equals the reward. Kingdom. But you gotta really, man, you gotta believe this. You really do gotta believe. By faith, Noah, being warned of the things not seen as yet, what did he do? He moved with fear, and he prepared an ark to the saving of his house, by the which he condemned the world when he did that. What? By the which he condemned, by him doing that, by believing in the Most High power and then actually making moves towards that, automatically engaged the condemnation of the planet. The Most High waited until this brother Noah was done prepping himself for the destruction in so-called Israel today. I don't know why I'm saying that, man. The Israelites today, also known as the so-called black man. That's right. Get it straight. Well, we are doing that same thing, whether you realize it or not. But we got a lot of people that's teaching our people that we don't know the day or the hour, so just kind of stay in the United States. We got people that's teaching, and I'm talking about outside of the religious, quote unquote, construct, just within the regular educational and economic type of mind frame that our brothers have developed in these days over here. These brothers are thinking about trying to build something here in the United States. But those things right there will be actually stalling the engagement of us obtaining our kingdom. But if we were preparing an ark to the saving of our house, you know what I'm saying? Getting ready to get on up out of here. He says that by doing that, you end up condemning the world and became heirs of the righteousness, which is by faith. You see that? By doing that, not only does the world, this paganistic Edomite empire rulership, not only that will come to an end, the so-called black man will end up obtaining that which is most needed and what is most sought for, which is the kingdom of the Most High God. Not in death, but in Africa. Yeah, I said it. By faith, Abraham. Here we go. Boom, there it is. By faith, Abraham, when he was called to go out into a place which he should after receive for an inheritance, he obeyed and went out, not knowing where he should go. That's the same faith of Abraham that we gotta allow the angels to carry us into. Like Lazarus, when he dies, when he killed that old man and was carried by the angels into the faith of Abraham, into the bosom of Abraham. It just means the faith of Abraham. And the faith of Abraham was him going into a place, obeying the Most High power, and going into a place that he doesn't know about. that he doesn't know that he doesn't know exactly where he should be going. So with that being said, I X'd out the Middle East because there was no faith involved. If you just go ahead and just relocate yourself, jump up from the United States and plant yourself into the Middle East, that right there is not the faith of Abraham, which Yahushua HaMashiach was prophesying that what was going to be happening to people that was in the same predicament as Lazarus, which we is. You are in the position of Lazarus. You get carried by the angels or by the messengers of the Most High Power, which are the Israelites that you see today. And particularly one nation set apart over here too. Telling you about this, about where you should be going, how you should be going about this walk into the Most High Power. You will be carried by the angels. Instead of tossed in the wind to and fro like Peter was with every false doctrine, diverse doctrines, you would be carried, assisted, and actually baby stepped into the understanding and acknowledgement of where we got to go and what we got to do, which is the faith of Abraham, which translates as according to the book of Hebrews is when you are obeying God and going into a place where you do not know where that you exactly should be going. Why would he do that though? Because that's that wilderness process. Because by faith he sojourned in a land of promise, in a promised land. As in a strange country. So we gotta go to a place that when it's a land of promise, not only was it promised to us, but it is promising. You ever heard of that term? We gotta go to a land that's promising. What it means by promising is it actually is it possesses all the attributes for you to be able to have a sustained and longevity of life. Promising. It would have animals and cattle running around prolifically. It will have an abundance of vegetation that is edible. It will have an abundance of other medicinal herbs and things of the sort to aid in the promising of people's life or the sustainability of life. So you have to go to something like that. We have to actually, that is the faith of Abraham. That is what Lazarus was carried unto. I got to get this beat off the soundtrack. That beat, it really does something. And it really, man, elimination. Hold on. I'm eliminating this forever, man. Get this up out of here, man. What kind of spirit was that beat trying to give us? I'm not with that shit. I don't do monotone beats and stuff. I don't do that. You gotta mix it up and you gotta become a little bit more creative. Messed up my whole flow, man. Anyways. We gotta have these type of things, man. You gotta experience that. So, because when Lazarus was carried by the faith, when Lazarus was carried by the angels unto the faith concept of Abraham, there were experiences that we had to go through, and the environment has to support that. Yeah, I said it. The environment, back it up, has to support that. You hear me? So you can experience this land that has promising things, so you can learn and utilize your environment. Learn how to utilize your environment. You have to be not experienced with that land also. It has to be something that you are not familiar with. And I'm going to tell you, right now, even today, the deception that the so-called black man, or also known as the Israelites, has been under. I'm talking about, no, not the so-called black man, yeah, whatever. But I'm really talking about the Israelites. That deception that they've been through by thinking that the Holy Land is that Middle East has made this scripture right here even better fit now. So a brother can sit here and say, well, guess what? That ain't the land, because honestly, you brothers probably know a whole lot more about that land over there. I'm talking about when it comes down pertaining to a biblical, quote unquote, in a biblical fashion. Which makes it even better for this message to reach your ears today. Because it's like, hey, guess what? But you don't know too much about Africa. You don't know anything about it. You don't know where none of the landmarks are at. So guess what? When we can go there, when we get there, we can do it all over again. And actually find the Holy Land. Step by step by step. Hallelujah, man. Perfect, man. Real perfectly plotted out. This was executed by Yahweh Sabah. The head militant. The mastermind. The military genius. He says, as in a strange country. And what you got to do? You're going to have to be dwelling in tents. And so did Isaac. They had to go through the same thing. And Jacob. Right? They had to do the same thing. The heirs with him of the same promise. So when we are getting promised this land and the covenant is being reinstituted after it has been disannulled, well, guess what? The Most High has a training or a probationary period, an introduction, an initiation process that you have to go through. You got to become familiar with your territory. Summing it up. If you're going to be owning any land, you're going to have to be experiencing it brand new. But it has to be sustainable. Because if we went off there to the Middle East right now, trying to dwell in tents, we all will die. Yes, I said that too. We all would just die. Because you're not actually going about it the way that the biblical narrative told you. You will be lacking too many material. You wouldn't have anything to make tents with. You wouldn't have anything to actually feed any animals with. You wouldn't have none of that stuff. You would be lacking everything. He says, because there's a reason behind it at Hebrews 11 and 10, that we have to go through that experience. Because the Most High actually requires us to be looking for a city which has foundations, whose builder and maker is of the Most High power. In other words, you will see that this place has all of the evidences that and beauty marks of the Most High's power's existence like volcanoes that spews out its own in particular type of lava, its own holy lava, set apart lava. Will have its own river that runs, quote unquote, backwards. These things that has its certain type of marksmanship, or not marksmanship, but markings. It'll have its own divine markings on that place that screams out and professes Kadash, or set apart, different from everything else. You gotta find a city, you gotta find a land, a specific spiritual hotspot that the Most High Power wants you to actually conduct your spiritual doings at. But it has to actually be like something that people already can be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? This is definitely something that God has set a claim on. There's a lot of reasons why I would be like trying to do something for God from right here. Why you like? It looks like it looks like the stage has already been set. Unlike the Middle East, they don't got no special river. They don't got no special volcano. What? They don't have no special amount of animals and cattle and livestock that the land itself just gives. So just with that being said, it's Africa. And we got to actually have that faith of Abraham. We got to go through the faith of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, actually. When you are becoming the first generational heirs of the promised land. That's right. All praises to the Most High Power. Hallelujah, man. Bahashan Yahushua Hamashiach. 11:11. It says, through faith, also Sarah herself received strength to conceive seed. And we, that woman, yeah, I just now fast forwarded and just gave you to that conclusion. Yeah, we are that woman. You can call yourself Sarah. We are that woman, that bride of Christ. But through faith, all right, we will receive strength, them superpowers to conceive seed. In other words, to actually become autonomous, start our own. In other words, to say that to be exact. Slam dunk that shit. Yeah. He said, and he was delivered of a child. And was delivered of a child when she was past age. That child being Yahushua HaMashiach, because she judged him faithful who had promised. Because inside of her mind, she was already concluded. So the congregation got to be concluded that the Most High Power is the God of the impossible. And that one of our requirements to be in the children of the God of the impossible is that you got to actually go through a belief process. You got to strive for things that you don't see. Well, today you do see, quote unquote, the Middle East calling itself the Holy Land. Well, that ain't it then. That ain't faith. That right there is somebody showing you. That has nothing to do with the faith. Dang, man, Battle Axe. You be doing it like that? Yeah, I don't even know. I can't really even call it. It's hard for me to actually be able to say I knew what I'm talking about even before I said it, because I'm gonna have to just drop it on you. I don't be knowing too much. That stuff, it just comes to me sometimes, you know what I mean? And I'm not trying to give up no glory to myself, because I know damn well that, you know, I be messing up, zoning out and all kind of shit. But when it's time to get up on here and on these scriptures, all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying, you'd be like, oh, okay, he sounds like I didn't sit around, I studied before I actually started, you know what I mean, this lesson. Hell, man, hell no, I ain't studying, man. I read the Bible, but I'm not sitting around here practicing on what I want to say to y'all. I just be throwing this stuff together, man. I throw presentations together in like 40 minutes, man. I'm saying that to let you guys know, man, this is the Holy Spirit, man, literally talking to you guys just through me. Because it'll be easy for a disbeliever to disregard a person like me. It'd be like, oh, that nigga crazy. And you'd be like, damn, you know what I'm saying? That's the Holy Spirit, and just pretty much, you know what I'm saying, got you to just show your true colors by using an idiot like me. Yeah, I said that, man. Using an idiot like me. Man. But he is a militant. He's a master militant. So he does a lot of things that is real sneaky. Hebrews 11:11, through faith also Sarah herself received strength, superpower to conceive seed, and was delivered of a child when she was past age, being she judged him faithful who had promised. Therefore sprang there even of one, right? That one being Jacob, right? And him as what? As good as dead, Esau. Man, I didn't know that the book said it like that, because I went to Deuteronomy 32, and I think that we covered that within the last couple of weeks too, where it says that, you know, I'm gonna anger you with a people that is not actually a people. And I was like, they're not real people. But then, you know, when you hear yourself say it, you be sitting there thinking like, man, you know what I'm saying? You be like, that sounds really, really far out. Like, I believe what I said. It says that, but it said that they're not a people. But you do kind of leave, you know what I'm saying, at least 15% of like, well, maybe, you know what I'm saying, I could be wrong about exactly what they were saying. So, you know what I'm saying, but it sounds good for the moment. There ain't nothing else that we can use with that. I'm gonna anger you with a people that's not actually a people, just like you have angered me with a God that ain't really a God. So you're like, oh, okay, so they're not even a people. You're like, but how far does that concept go? Well, you go all the way to the New Testament, and they understood that these people was like the walking dead. Boom. He's like, they're not a people because they're not even alive. It's only by the miracle of the Most High God that these people are actually operating in a fashion to where it appears to be normal. But yet we do always see evidence of the radicalness that comes from these people. And I'm not even talking about historically, I'm talking about today. Like jumping in the freezing cold water in the Arctic temperatures, naked. That is like That's not normal. You know what I'm saying? We will see that. We be like, whoa, whoa. And we just sign it off as, man, white people crazy. Man, no white people, they be doing some crazy stuff. You know? Or they'll let their homeboy kick them right in the gonads as hard as he can. That's not normal stuff. I'm not even sure that a black man can live through that. I'm not sure if I can live. I can't guarantee you that I'm going to live if I allow you to kick me in the gonads as hard as you possibly can do it. But yet they can do that. Another one. These people can eat raw meat. It's not a preference for me that I have to eat my meat well done. I didn't even know that you could even call it that. I thought you were supposed to I thought that it was considered cooked. But no. These people, they can choose to eat bloody meat. I can't choose to eat raw food. I'll get sick or even possibly die. I couldn't eat a whole bleeding steak. That'll put me into the hospital. What are you talking about? But they can? No offense, man. No offense. I'm just keeping it rizzity real. What the hell is going on? Are you guys already dead? Paul, yeah, I said it. Paul, who wrote the book of Hebrews, I don't care what you say. You can go to the Matthew 15:37 Bible, and it says right there at the top, a letter of Paul to the Hebrews. So miss me with all that other shit. Yeah, I said it. Just miss me with all that. I don't even want to debate about it. I got a book that already says it. Debate is over. Now, what you need to do is just try to figure out why you believe on some other bullshit and back up off mine. Breathing down my neck because you don't know a damn thing. Yeah, I know. I ain't talking to really nobody. I'm just speaking indirectly. Because you never know. You might have to say exactly what I said to somebody one of these days. Look at them right in their eyes and be like, man, in 1537 it says Paul wrote it. That's documented. I don't need all that. You need to go figure out why the fuck you don't know. Don't come at me breathing down my neck. Come. He said, and him as good as dead. As many as the stars of the sky and multitude, talking about Jacob. And as the sand of the sea, which is by the seashore innumerable. These all died in faith, not having received the promises, but having seen them afar off, and were persuaded of them, and embraced them, and confessed that they were strangers and pilgrims on the earth. So the Most High, He killed a lot of them brothers that sprung off from Jacob in the wilderness when them brothers started increasing. They didn't make it to the promised land. They saw it though from afar off. But they still died. The Most High allowed them to fight though. But at the end of the day, them brothers didn't make it. But one thing though was where that faith came in is when these people, they knew that they were strangers and pilgrims on the earth. All right, look at that slide right there. When you realize that you are a stranger and the Pilgrim. You've been Jim Crow. You've been racially segregated, oppressed and rejected, and outcasted as a people. Guess what you do when you acknowledge that? According to the book of Hebrews 11 and 14, it says, they that say such things declare plainly that they seek a country. What? If you didn't realize it, a smart person would be sitting around here listening to what you saying about what has been transpiring with you as a Negro in this country. And you know what he would say to you? A smart Negro, not one that has been completely neutered, not one that lost his cotton picking mind and now he want to be like the white man. But I'm talking about a woke brother. You know what he would say to you? He says, clearly, you are asking for a country, your own. For they that realize that they are pilgrims and strangers, declares plainly, with your complaints, you are declaring that you are in the seeking of a country. Plain and simple. And truly, if they had been mindful of that country, so if these people wasn't showing you disease-ridden, amputated, starving little black boys and girls, people walking around in landfills, toxic landfills, trash dumps, genocides and diseases and plagues and shit. They wasn't showing you that in Africa every time they said the word Africa. If you had actually been mindful, you actually had real education about that place where you came from, if you had been mindful of that country from whence they came out, they might have had opportunity to have returned. That's right. Like if you see, like when you see, if you was being grown up to able to have education about these places that you see on the left of the slides and on the right of this slide. If somebody was telling you, yeah, man, actually we took you from over there. Like, oh, no. You probably would be, if we never was messing with you guys or whatever, you went back. I don't know, who's to say? You guys would probably be owning some of that shit over there. What? You're like, yeah, that skyscraper would probably be like some of your business. Unlike over here in our country, this is what the white man said, you ain't got no business in none of our skyscrapers. Like, what? Like, no, ain't nobody that look like you has business in my skyscrapers. But you guys do have a place where we took you from that got plenty of skyscrapers for you to find you some business in. But instead, they've been showing us all kinds of disinformation about that place where they took us from. Hebrews 11, from 1 all the way down, is trying to tell you to go back to your country because this is a prophetic book and it's speaking prophetically. It knew that we, the Most High Power Spirit, has provided us the knowledge for when we were going to be coming into the knowledge of the truth after we've been through everything that we done been through and didn't know anything. That we were going to be in need of a reinforcement. And maybe for some, sad to say, but it's better now than never, better late than never, is the acknowledgement or the revelation that we should be leaving. You're going to either need the reinforcement showing you that we have the faith and we can't go over there to the Middle East because it's not even able to sustain us in what we actually have to do. We got to dwell in tents when we get there. Because when it says strangers shall feed your flocks and build up your walls, well, guess what? What are you going to be doing? Where are you going to be sleeping at while people are building up your walls? You're probably going to be sleeping in a tent. No, not probably. You will most definitely, without a doubt, have to sleep inside of a tent. We would be sleeping in tents. And if you're going to be sleeping in tents, we're going to be needing, wood for fires. And if we're going to be having wood for fires, we're going to be needing animals to be cooking our food. We're going to be needing animals and to be cooking our food on. And you're going to be needing places to be having them animals where they can eat and graze. So it's the Middle East is just like completely out of the question. After this day right here, after reading Hebrews 11, I am 180% confirmed and confident that we must go to Africa. And no, we're not going to know the specific spot where we should go. We won't know. We ain't going to know until we get there. We're going to have to actually seek out land that has foundation. Land that has big slabs of rocks. Firm soil where you can actually build on, unlike sand. Like Yahushua HaMashiach says that you shouldn't do. It was ill-advised for the man that builds the house upon sand. Dang. One nation set apart. Hallelujah. Bahasham Yahushua HaMashiach. The water Abba for the knowledge, man, and the Holy Spirit. Because if we actually knew that the land was dope like it was seen right there, we would have had an opportunity, because we would have been telling these white folks, we would have been telling these people, man, hell no, we don't want to vote. We don't give a damn about who runs this place. Give me my escort home. 11:16. But now they do desire a better country. That is a heavenly. Because what we just said, wherefore the Most High is not ashamed to be called their God, because he has prepared them a city. Pick one. You feel me? The Most High, he's building up Africa to show us, like, hey, man, maybe we need to start hollering at those folks out there. Maybe we need to start literally sending a message to the Africans saying, hey, man, we on our way. Make room for the rulers, for the ancient kings, the wise men, all the high learned and mighty men of Israel will be coming back very soon. From the rooter to the tutor, from the Old Testament to the New Testament, it's telling you, man, dip, get up out of here. Be ready to go back to Africa. And when you get there, you're going to have to try to figure out where you're going to be building up the Holy Land. And I have a good idea on how we can do that. You can literally start from South Sahara Desert along the Nile River. Just follow it. Follow it the exact same way as Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob and the Israelites are going. Seek the landmarks. Seek the landmarks. Follow the Nile. Know that the Nile was situated alongside the city of David. So if you run out of the Nile River, you done went too far. Yeah, I said it. If you run out of the Nile River, you done went too far. It was close to the city of David. That's right. Maranatha, y'all, man. We the children of the Most High Power. I got Akmalak. My bad. He's in the back.
Yeah, it's cool.
My bad.
Yeah. No, it's cool. It's cool.
Well,
Man, I ain't even notification, man. I've been sitting here waiting. You know what I mean? By the time I got on the, you was already like 20, 30 minutes up into the lesson. I was like, damn. I was waiting since 10. I don't even know how I missed it. I didn't it didn't pop up. I was on the channel and everything. I had to read, you know what I mean, because I seen on my phone that you was on live when I looked at my phone, but on my computer you wasn't. Yeah. Missed it, man. Missed a couple minutes. But what I did catch, man, I was all praise to the Most High, man. I was deep.
Well, you know, just like any lesson that you will go through in any type of level, high level of education, there is a recap to the lesson at the end. So if there's any questions and anything that needs to be recapped, we are still in good time.
Oh, okay, yeah. So what I caught was at the end, I mean not at the end, like around verse 11, that's when I got up in. You know what I mean? So the first 1 through 10, you know what I mean? Can you recap about what was going on throughout, well, from Hebrews 11, chapter 1? I mean, Hebrews 11, verse 1 through 10. Can you recap on that?
Yeah, okay. Let me. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna share it because a picture said 1,000 words. Did the music go off?
No, we still rocking.
It was still going right now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't even know how that happened. I thought I shut it all down. Okay, cool, man. Okay. Let me start it over. All right, that was the title screen right there. Boom. I thought that was pretty dope. Can you see?
Yeah.
Okay. You can see. All right. Okay, you see how it says, well, okay, the word faith doesn't mean really substance. That right there was just like, whatever, man. It kind of downplays some things because it still brings a, you know, kind of like it's almost like codetically speaking. You know, it's too old-fashioned, too old English way of speaking. I'm like, what? faith is the substance of things hoped for. Like, who talks like that? No. Now, faith is the confidence of things hoped for, man.
Con. That's correct.
It's the confidence. You know, we know, you gotta know that it like you're gonna like it's gonna happen. You gotta have confidence. You can't doubt. You can't waver, because a person that wavers with the Most High, or wavers in anything, he actually says that person is unstable in all things.
Con.
So you like,
dang, that's deep.
Right. So you're like, no. So you got to have that confidence of things that is actually hoped for. And what are we hoping for? To be sitting around there like these brothers on this stream, right?
Con. Yeah. Example of faith, you know what I mean? If it's cool if I just add a little bit.
Of course.
An example of faith, you know what I mean, is, you know what I mean, say if you got faith in being a mechanic and you don't do the proper steps in order to become a mechanic, like learning, you know what I mean, the car parts and all that stuff. If you got faith without, you know what I mean, confidence, or, you know what I mean, yeah, confidence in doing it, you know what I mean, doing the work, you know what I mean, there's not going to be any results.
Right. Exactly, man. And if you actually believe that you're going to get paid at that job, you're going to work well.
Con.
And try to make sure that you maintain your position.
Con.
Confidence, you know?
Yep.
To confide in. And it's the evidence, or the what? The certainty of things not seen. Being certain, knowing, like, no, man, because we got a lot of people that doubt. We got, you know, a lot of people be like, you know, they'll say, I'm an Israelite and all that, but, you know, I believe in God and I do the commandments and anything, whatever, and all that. But then they'll be like, but man, like, I don't see us. Like, how are we going to get over here? How are we going to get to our land? How are we going to get this? How would that even happen? And when they saying that, you're like, you're speaking uncertainly if you don't realize it.
Right.
That's an uncertainty. You're not certain. I'm like, you wouldn't have all these hows. How comes from the area of doubt. What? How? How is the brother to doubt? You have no faith. Doubt is the cousin to faithless. How is doubt's brother? And the first cousin to faithless. You know what I'm saying? And it says, because by it, faith, the elders obtained that he knows it because he was taught by divine revelation or inspiration. Not because they were able to see it. Not because they were able to see it, but because they were taught, or they had the knowledge by divine revelation. And today we going through that same thing. I'm going into these scriptures, and we know that we got to go to Africa. You be like, nah, man, we got to get up out of here. You're like, why? You're like, the book says that, you know, this place is going to be destroyed. That's divine revelation. You be like, and where are you going to go? You be like, shit, man, we should go to Africa. You be like, why not the Middle East? You like, because there ain't no faith involved in that. That was already done for me. Why would I go for that? God doesn't operate like that. God operates with faith. So when somebody is just telling me, that wasn't a divine revelation. That wasn't divine. That was man. It says it got to be done by divine. The elders went and they learned about the Holy Land. They didn't learn the Holy Land from a Canaanite. They didn't learn that the Holy Land was the Holy Land from Jethro. They didn't learn that the Holy Land Was the Holy Land? No, I'm serious, man. Come on now, let's bleed this out. Where did they learn about this? They learned all this about that. They learned it from God. Period. No, there is no ands, ifs, or buts about that.
That's right.
That's why he was saying in Isaiah 30. Can we slide there just real quick? I don't got a slide for it. But that's why he says right here in Isaiah 30. Watch this one. This is a bopper. He's like, nah, man. Y'all niggas is out of pocket. Because woe to those shrinking children, them rebellious children, says the Most High, which seeks counsel, but not at me, which takes a will in hand, but not after my will, that they may heap one sin upon another, one negative move after upon another. They go down to where? To Egypt. Where are they going? No, I thought this was called the Holy Land. The Most High is saying, nigga, them niggas is going into Egypt. That's Egypt. Are you stupid? You don't think Egypt had that place up under their providence? Dummy. It's practically the same place. There's nothing that separated the one spot from the other. Like, let's just be realistic. Are we going to play with this? Are you going to be that gullible? Don't be stupid. This ain't saying nothing. The Most High Power ain't going to send you a few miles over. Come on, man. Let's 40 years. All that trouble. And this whole period, and lo and behold, this whole period, I'm talking about when you go and reading about the book of Judges, you go and reading about First, Second Kings. You know, I'm saying this because hundreds of years went past from that time. Where were the Egyptians at? Why aren't they in the story? Why ain't they periodically getting tripped on by the Egyptians? Because these people was belly aching because these niggas been wiped out, literally. Hundreds of thousands of people. Come on now.
Come on.
You know why? Because they wasn't nowhere near it.
That's right. They was not right there by Egypt. They didn't go to the east. They went south.
Right. Because we should have been hearing about Egypt all the damn time. I'm talking about it should have been always talking about Egypt, not just like here and there. It should have been like always like, yeah, okay. And then the Egyptians, 300 years later, and then the Egyptians showed up. You're like, why? Because the niggas was belly aching over what transpired at the Red Sea. He's like, nah, just the story went on. At 3 says, through faith, we understand that the worlds are framed by the word of the Most High. That right there is something that we already are utilizing. The Israelites already utilize that. We don't hold to the Big Bang Theory. You know, the smart ones know that the earth is flat. You know, and we know that it was done by the word of God. So that things which are not seen, you know what I mean? And the whole reason behind it is because the things that are not seen are made of things, look, we're not made of things which do appear. The Most High, if he says, I'm going to give you guys a new Jerusalem, guess what? That means that the Jerusalem can't be anywhere that we actually can identify.
Con.
That's not what God does. Through faith, the things which are seen are made by things which do not appear. Just like when we see the earth has been made, you can look around and be like, okay, the earth has been made. Somebody made this. They say, what was it? Was it energy? Like, no. It's actually something that you can actually manifest visually.
Con.
So the kingdom that we are going to have, it's going to be something that you can't see right now physically.
That's right. Facts.
So that right there kind of boxes out what we see over there in Jerusalem, so-called so-and-so Jerusalem.
Con. Shalom, KOT.
Hold on, I'm just making sure. All right, just checking periodically. All right. So, and then right here it says, by faith, Abel offered unto the Most High a more excellent sacrifice than Cain, by which he obtained witness that he was righteous. All right. The Most High said that the earth is cursed. The fruit of the earth is cursed.
Right.
So this brother, he went and offered up the blood of the lamb.
That's right.
God testifying of his gift. By which he obtained witness that he was righteous. The Most High testifying of his gifts, and by it, the blood, he being dead, yet speaks.
Con.
By Enoch, and the crazy thing about it is, we like Abel too. Our people's dead now amongst the territory of the white man. Dead people.
That's right.
But yet we speak. The blood cries out. You know, the life, the ones that keep the commandments.
That's facts. Con.
That's crazy, huh?
All praise to the Most High, man. Kahala Haba.
He said, by faith, Enoch was translated that he should not see death. And like that, like us, we've been translated also. That we don't see death. We do not concede the Christianity doctrine when we read this book now.
Con.
We don't see it like that. We look right at this stuff and we like, no, that is not what it's saying. Your ass is a liar, Pastor Porkchop. And was not found because the Most High had translated him. Most High took him up out of there. Because before his translation, he had this testimony that he pleased God. The testimony of faith. He was saying the same thing that is being said right now in the book of Hebrews. He was teaching people those things. Like, man, y'all brothers you gotta have some belief. That's right. That's the reason why you can't see him. Is because one of the things that he requires is for you to believe.
Con, that's a fact.
That pleases him. Why? Because without faith, it is impossible to please him. Because he that comes to God, what? Special requirement is that you must believe that he is God. You gotta believe that he is a multiplicity of powers.
Con.
You got to believe that he is actually what he says that he actually is. He's not your genie.
Con.
He is your God. So you must believe, because everybody else is doing it with theirs too. So I don't even know why the so-called black man want to always try to operate differently than everybody, but they want what everybody got.
Man.
Like you want what everybody got. Well, then you need to do what everybody does, dummy.
Con.
Like, I don't even know why we got to sit here and do this so hard. Like, why is Aknallah and Battle Axe talking to y'all till they blue in the face? Why are we over here? Like, why we have to struggle and strive to get our point across? When the only thing that you want is what everybody else has got. Like, don't you just go start doing what everybody else does? Like, did you know that they don't diss people that comes through and say like convincing words? Especially when it comes down to like spirituality. They don't like, you know what I mean, fuck with those people. They be really respecting them cats, man. They be making sure them dudes is heard. Not only do they listen, they be promoting people to go and listen to these cats.
Con.
I mean, that's like they barbershop talk. And I'm telling you the truth. I've been in some weird circles before. And I'm gonna tell you though, they barbershop talk is spiritual. Rich people be on some spiritual shit. Yeah. Hagen all the way out. I'm gonna say that too. I seen it. I was right there. I'm talking about when the scripture says, oppression makes a wise man mad, but a gift destroys a heart. These people were sitting around here fraternizing all upon on me. That's how I felt. I felt like I was fraternized on. Like, y'all fraternizing, but y'all fraternized on me. Tainting me. Put me up in your guys' whole realm. Got me up inside of one of their offices one day. And then check it out. Gave me a gift of what I was supplying.
Whoa.
That didn't even make sense to me. I didn't understand it. But I'm going to tell you this, my guards went down. I just sat there, and then the conversation carries on. These people talking about their gods, man. And had nothing to do with the God of the Bible. They ain't fucking, man, they not playing. You get inside their offices, they bring you into their circle. Yes. Moves get made, and you're going to see that there is no conspiracy.
Bring it out.
These are all
They'll tell us,
whistleblowers.
when they in their chambers, man, they really plotting and scheming.
Yes. These are not conspiracies. These are whistleblowers, man. These people be whistleblowing. They be snitching, dropping dimes, coming out, professing like, hey, these people are satanic. They're like, what? They're like, no, I'm telling you, that was like, I was involved with this guy, and that was satanic. They literally took me to a satanic ritual. You like, man, you crazy. Them people crazy. They just doing that for internet views. You like, nah. Only people that never operated with them would think that. Go operate with them. You'll see. No. They're hella satanic. They ain't even trying to hide that one. That they're gonna try to pull you right into it. They be talking about, hey, yeah, guess what? I know about a better hand palm reader than you. No, you don't. I know you don't know about a better hand palm reader than me, because the palm reader that I be messing with told me about this, that, and this. And guess what? This already happened, and I'm looking forward to seeing this, and I think it's going to happen because this happened. Oh, no, that ain't nothing. Check out mine. And they did that right in front of me. Oh, yeah, you best believe, Battle Axe. got on up out of there and never was involved. Packed up all my shizzle
Yeah, I said,
and told that person, man, you know what, man, I don't need all that. It ain't worth the money.
Con.
Goodbye and good riddance.
Oh, that was it for Battle Axe.
Yeah, man. I woke up real early in the morning and called that person and said, man, I couldn't even sleep last night because of what transpired yesterday. I'm coming in, I'm picking up all my stuff, and we are going to part ways, and I don't want to ever see you again. That person said the feeling is mutual. I couldn't sleep last night either. That's what the person said to me. I couldn't sleep last night either.
Yeah, they couldn't believe that you weren't, you know what I mean, dealing with them. That's what it was. And then they was like, oh shit.
Yep.
They busted. That's what it was.
Busted. You are a satanic pagan and you trying to paganize me. Yeah, I said it. Man, it's scary stuff, man.
They, you know what I mean? But that, you know what I mean? The whole point is, man, they be serving their gods. You know what I mean? And we expect to get the same thing as them, like the big old company and stuff like that. But we don't serve our God. We don't believe in our God. They believe in theirs.
Right.
And they don't even see their God. They don't, you know what I mean? They ain't seen their God. They believe in their God, though. We don't.
That's right.
Because we don't see our God. That's a lot of, you know what I mean, brothers and sisters' excuses. They can't see the Most High. So they don't believe. People like, what?
Right. But the white man.
And then you show them proof of the Most High. You know what I mean? You try to give them some, you know what I mean? Just, you know what I mean? Show them through the curses and stuff. They still don't believe. They try to say the white man made it up. You're like, dang. Stiff-necked and hard-headed people.
And I can't really fathom how you can get past the curses. I just can't get it, man.
Yeah, I don't get.
I don't know how. I don't know how to deal. Yeah, I don't know how to deal with it. When somebody can't grasp the curses, when you bust that out, and they still on the offense. Keep it real. I be thinking that I am done. I don't think that I can do it. Somebody else must have to come through. I'm like, somebody else must have to come through. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I gave them all that I got. I'm like, and I didn't have not even a fraction of what I gave them.
Calm.
He says, but without faith, man, it's impossible to please him, because he that comes to the Most High must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that seek him diligently. So do you see the picture?
Calm.
So you see the diligent seeking on the left, and then you see the plus. Diligent seeking
plus meditating.
Yeah, plus the certainty, or the what was that first word? Confidence. The confidence and the certainty. All right? It's because that's what faith is. It's confidence and certainty. Faith is confidence and certainty. I'm confident and I'm certain. And I diligently study as if I'm going to be operating this book in that place. Right. So you see in 11, I said 11. You see where it says equal, it's kingdom. Black rulership. Happy servants. Look at the servants. The servants is chilling too.
Yeah.
Everybody chilling. Everybody decked up. Look like everybody got their gold on.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do that. And the Most High, and I know, and honestly, man, I know that he does this. I can taste it. I know it so well that I can taste it. I'm like, no, it's definitely happening. It's going to happen. To me, I already know. I'm like, I've already had made time linear. Once I heard that it said that 1 day is 1,000 days with the Most High, and 1,000 days is 1 day, I was like, so I guess I should just go ahead and start thinking linear. Time is linear then. Fuck it. I'm like, this is all today. So when somebody says, so you say, oh yeah, man, I'm gonna call you tomorrow, and then I don't call you within 24 hours, I don't give a damn. I still believe that it's still tomorrow. I'll call you 3 months from now, and I'll be like, I did call you tomorrow. It's all 1 day to me. All 1 day. And I bet if you think that way, guess what you'll do? This is me just going ahead and shooting a fish inside of a barrel. Yes, but I think that you retain youth. You will retain health. You could even reverse age by thinking linearly. Time is linear. Yeah, I went off on something. Battle Axe does that. Oh well. 7. By faith, Noah, being warned of the things not seen as yet, moved with fear, prepared an ark to the saving of his house, by the which he condemned the world. So you see this? When he operated with that faith system by actually working towards the steps of saving his household, his people, that right there engaged and called for the process of the condemnation of the rest of the planet, man. Cause and effect. The effect of Noah making preparations to save his household initiated the effect of the world being destroyed. And with that, actually, not just it being destroyed, but him becoming the heir of the righteousness, which is by faith. And today, that's that promise of that land. He says, because by faith, Abraham, when he was called to go into a place which he should after receive an inheritance, what did he do? He obeyed. That means he was introduced to the acknowledgement that he's an Israelite. I'm just putting it up to us today and taking Abraham now and putting him as a person today and making him everybody, each individual person and their experience into the truth. He was called by you the children of God, right? You need to keep the commandments. This is your book and your God. He received the inheritance. If he got taught by this, saying somebody that was smart and telling the real truth, they would tell you and we need to go back to the Holy Land, Africa. Well, they still tell you, the Middle East is the land, so they will tell you, saying that's our land. So they received the inheritance. And then a lot of our people obeyed. We started studying all the commandments, making sure that we was in good and in line with what was actually instituted in this book as appropriate, and not being involved in what was instituted as inappropriate. And what happened after that? That engaged him to be going out. What happens after they obey? What happens after you learn these laws, statutes, and commandments, and you become walking in accordance and agreement with them? That's obeying.
They
leave.
You
leave. But one of the things that has to happen, because of the faith of Abraham, which is when that's what Lazarus got put into. Lazarus got put into he was carried by the messengers. He was called also by the messengers unto the inheritance. Carried to the bosom of Abraham, which is just the faith system of Abraham. He was carried into the system of faith just as Abraham.
Con.
But he had to go to a place, going out, not knowing where you should go. And that's the reason why I X out the Middle East, because you would know where to go. You would come out of America, but now you're not relying off of faith, you're relying off of man. It said, let God be the truth, and every man, that's including the Jewish people, a liar. They didn't just lie about who they are. They lied about the fucking land too.
Bring it out, man.
And he tells the reason why. He says, because faith. He sojourned in a land of promise, a land that gives you all a promising land is what it's called. Now, when somebody says like, yeah, man, that land was very promising. You know what they mean by that? That means that it was fit for you to be able to sustain a longevity life. You will have a long life. It provides all that you need to live there. It's promising. He said by faith, he sojourned in the land of promise, as in a strange country. So you have to not know about it. Just like in Africa. You go to Africa, there's going to be animals that you don't know about. There's going to be a bunch of trees that you don't know about. Fruits that you don't know about. It's going to be unfamiliar. You're going to be unfamiliar. In other words, as in an unfamiliar country, dwelling in tents. So this land has to be promising. That means it has to have vegetation that you can actually still sustain you and your animals with. It got to have animals. All right? So you can actually make clothes and leathers and all that other stuff. Like, you need the animals. It can't be a barren wasteland going into tents. You got to have water. It got to be a place for you to be dwelling in the middle of nowhere with, and in the wilderness. Just as so did Isaac and Jacob. So Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, they were the heirs of the same promise, and so are we now. The covenant is being reinstituted, so the promise is being reinstituted. That means that this process has to be reinstituted. That means that we have to go back over there to a land that is promising, first off. Secondly, you have to be unfamiliar with the location, so it can't be sitting around there talking about this is the Holy Land with a freaking sign in front of it. No, it has to be an unfamiliar place. You know what I'm saying? To where, when it says the strangers are going to build up your walls and all that stuff, and that, you're going to have to be living in tents until everything is done. You are an heir of the same process / promise. Why? It says because they had to look for a city which has foundations, not sand. Build your house upon a rock, not sand. Whose builder and maker is God. See all these landmarks? He has his own mountain. It has the mountain of God, where it spews out its own holy lava, warm lava that turns white after 3 days. White as snow. That's holy. It has its own river that runs in the opposite direction. Just holy. The Nile River. The Middle East doesn't have anything with any type of special indication marks that says like, you know, this is like a land where God has set his mark at. But he's the God of the living. And then you go and look in Africa, and it's actually called the land of the living. Everything lives there. You can set things loose in Africa, and it will survive. all these wild animals running around. Nobody sitting around there feeding them. That whole place just provides. Look at all that vegetation growing on the side of their mountains. When you go and look at America's mountains, they just rocks. They're actually called the Rocky Mountains. Come on, man.
Huh.
I don't understand why anybody wants. I don't understand. Like, what is the whole draw? What's drawing you to stay here? What makes you want to like claim this place? This place ain't even all that. Then you go and look in Africa, you're like, man, that place right there, people just call it the Garden of Eden. They're like, man, this place has everything. He says, through faith, Sarah herself, we're Sarah, we that wife of Yahushua HaMashiach, received power, received strength to conceive a seed. You know? To actually produce our own. And was delivered of a child when she was past age because she judged him faithful who had promised. That's what we got to do. Did you catch this part of the video?
No.
You catch this part?
Nuh-uh. Yeah. This is the part I came in on. Huh.
Right.
You said, you know what I mean, you was talking about how we're Sarah, you know what I mean, and the seed, Yahushua Mashiach, that's the child. You know what I mean?
Okay, cool. All right. Good. So you understand it then.
Huh.
He said, therefore, spring, you see how it says the Esau?
Right, yeah. Him as good as dead.
That man, I never seen that coming.
Hey, that one scripture about the dead never says better to be dead than to be what was that scripture? You know what I'm talking about?
You gotta remind me.
I think it's like it's better to be dead than to be, you know what I mean, in a messed up state or something, man.
Oh yeah. It's better. You're better off dead than to live a miserable life.
Con. You know what I mean? Esau's good as dead because Esau, he's promised the fatness of the earth, but after that he's promised, you know what I mean, everlasting, you know what I mean, servitude.
That's right. That's real, man.
So he's as good as dead.
Con. Dang. That's deep. Yo. So we got this one. They confessed that they were strangers and pilgrims. When you confess that you're a stranger and pilgrim, you automatically is declaring plainly that you are in the seek of another country. You know, that's what you're saying. If somebody said this, like, hey man, like somebody walks up to you and say, man, they segregated us, man, and they have all kinds of Jim Crow laws where I can't drink from water fountains that they have, and I can't be living in their neighborhoods, and I get low pay, and I don't get no bank loans while they do that, and this.
Right.
And somebody comes up to you and say that, a person that actually cares for your that has your best interest in mind will say to you, they say, oh, okay, clearly, so in other words, you're just telling me that we need to go ahead and move away from here and get our own country.
God.
Damn.
Yeah, plain,
right. You're like, oh,
plain and simple as that.
Plain and simple as that. Like, you damn right. Supposed to be seeking another country. I don't know why the hell you walking up to me with this picket sign around your damn neck. No, for real. With this sign around your damn neck looking like you done lost your mind. You lost your mind still, cotton picking Negro. You done lost your mind. Yeah, I said it. You cotton picking Negro. You done lost your mind in that field. Because you over here doing what? Begging for these people
Insane.
to compromise?
Insanity.
Right. You nuts. You
Yeah.
delusional. You trying to compromise with the person that doesn't even like you, kicking you around and stuff. Like, you obviously is in need of another country, right? You're like, that's what you came here for, is to tell me and to rile me up about trying to get up out of here, correct? Like, no, I'm wearing this sign around my neck because I think that they should just stop doing it and allow us to be, you know what I'm saying, an American with them. Oh man, you done lost you a dumb nigga, ain't you?
Yeah.
What did he do? Did he hit you upside your head?
Yeah.
Let me hit you upside your head.
Hit them upside their head.
Let me hit you upside your head one more time. Maybe it'll fix you.
Kick him in the butt.
I had to bop him with this book. Like, we're gonna have to bop you upside the head with this Bible then. Because you didn't Esau done bopped you upside your head where you done lost your mind.
Yeah.
Like, you ain't gotta even take it personal against them. This is just what happening when you over here trying to move in on somebody's shit. I think that is
right.
I think the way that they responding is actually like appropriate and natural. Like, man, I don't like One Nation Set Apart. I think that dude is whack. Why? Because I'm saying stuff that you don't want to hear. I'm telling you what you need to realize. That all you really trying to do is just push up on his shit. He came over here kicking ass. Yeah, I said it. He put in that work. He went to Africa, beat you senseless, drug you up over here, kicked ass some more. Ran some people that was stuck in the Stone Age. Yeah, I said it. Ran some people that was stuck in the Stone Age off into wherever the hell they can go. You know, for real. Said, see ya. I'm looking around, I'm like, I'm gonna tip my hat. Like, shit, Israelites get down like that too. We will show up, opening up a can of whip ass, moving people out the way, talking about watch out. You know what I'm saying? This mine's, watch out. It's my shit. We done it before, so hey, I'm not all like, oh man, you know what I mean? I'm not blown away and blown back because Esau came through and kicked some ass. I'm like, yeah, he kicked ass. Now what you should just do, Negro, is just go on ahead and just back up. Get away from this dude. Know that, and just know that this ain't yours anyways. Go back where you came from. That's what he keeps saying to you. They've been saying it the whole time, go back to Africa. Why don't you just go back to Africa? It's because you wasn't mindful of that country. That's why. You got offended by that statement. You be like, man, go back to Africa. And then you think about Africa. You think about the flies, the diseases,
hunger,
the heat. Yeah, no food. You be wondering, you be like, man, that sounds like a death sentence. Man, miss me on that. I ain't going back to Africa. And then that's when they say, I'm going to stay right here. And then what? I'm going to go to school. And then what? I'm going to get a job.
Give me a job.
And then what? Buy a house. You're like, oh, so you lost the fight, huh? Like,
yeah.
You're like, you just lost the fight. Just say it. Like, I lost the fight. I'm gassing out. I'm gassing out. You're like,
basically, I'm gonna work and pay. I'm gonna work to stay here.
Yes. You are not that.
I'm gonna work for him. Damn.
You never tapped into that slave that was on the bottom of that shit. Talk about, man, the moment of opportunity I get, man, I'm gonna get myself back home. You know? Yeah. You know, ain't that some real talk? You like tap into him. Realize that you was there too. You was on that ship rocking back and forth, talking about, man, you on to something. And when you leave, just let me know. I'm gonna be right behind you. The brothers didn't know. They weren't gonna never see their land. But at least that we can do, man, is go ahead and just make that move now. You like, man, just for the sake of what the hell then went down, I'm gonna just dip. I'm gonna dip. I'm gonna go ahead and tap into that slave at the bottom of that shit that thought that when this boat ride is over, he gonna find his way home.
Con.
Think about that brother that died on the plantation. His whole plan shattered. Cause the moment he got off them slave ships, he never seen that brother that said, yeah, brother, you right, you onto something. Just let me know. He ain't never seen that brother ever again. You gotta contain the rage sometimes when you think about those type of things.
Con.
You know?
Love you.
Yeah. And like somebody just said. And then that brother, you fast forward to today, and that same brother's here. But now he's over there trying to enroll into college. Because he done lost his damn mind. They didn't, you know what I'm saying? They didn't beat the fight out of him to where he just conformed. He said, you know what, enough is enough. I can't swing no more. I'm just gonna go ahead and just sit down. He ain't even that mean if you just let him punk you. What? He ain't even really that mean if you just let him punk you. Well, I'm done with letting Esau punk me. I'm done with the China man and the Mexican exalting himself over me. And them damn stinking Arabs tossing me my money back on the counter after I put it into his hand. And when he puts it on the counter, it makes me want to sock him in the nose. Because oppression makes people want to go off. And I'm tired of wanting to go off. It was like I was saying to some brothers last night. I said, man, we just like little kids, man. And all these other people, they just some giants. You don't even fight these people, man. What you do is you just go on ahead and just part ways with this big old bully. Just part ways with him. You say, you know what? I got the internet, and I've been looking into Africa, and that place don't even look that bad. You know what? I'm about to go ahead and just give Africa a try. To hell with you guys over here. You guys got diseases and shit that y'all working and trying to deal with anyways. I'm gonna let you guys figure that out. He said if truly they had been mindful of that country from whence they came out, they might have had opportunity to have returned. But now they desire a better country. That is a heavenly. Why did they desire a better country? Because once again, they out there in the streets talking about, yeah, Black Lives Matter. Also known as, I'm a stranger and a pilgrim. I still don't fit in here. Plainly just confessing that you are in seek of a better country. All those people out there talking about Black Lives Matter is seeking a better country. I said this before. I actually said it before I read this. I said it before. I said, everybody that sits here on these panels belly aching about what the so-called white man is doing and bringing up valid points about what he has been doing in the past. All you really doing is just saying that you want to leave and have your own country. That's all you're saying. You're not saying anything else. And you can tell I don't know what it is, but silence happens. I don't know if it's because you just now hit them with just a prominent revelation that just sends shockwaves through his brain to where he is speechless, or they ain't getting you. You know what I mean? It's like one of those things. You like, okay, it's just dead silence.
SinVStyle.com.
You're like, I don't know. I hope that went well, because no, for real, man. Because you be like, because that was some no-brainer shit I just now plainly brought to you. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure you definitely understand the gravity of my words. You're like, no, I that was some real shit. I'm just blown away on how I didn't realize it.
Yeah, they be
What I be
sitting there
thinking
tripped
that
out.
might be doing. Yeah, because they have to start reasoning within themselves. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, he got to be wrong. Like I'm not asking for another. What I'm actually just saying is, you're like, wait a minute, because
They're
this
like, I
price
am
is
saying that.
really racist. Like, oh shit, I am talking about it. Like, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that this place ain't good enough. It ain't treating
Yeah,
me
because
right.
they be talking about getting, you know what I mean, everybody going into one whole state, you know what I mean, and then like in America though, and acting like, you know what I mean, you going from just another state in America is actually leaving America. No, you still under the system.
Right. And I say,
Still gotta tell
well,
all
hey,
people
then if you
what to
want to do that, why not do that in Africa?
right.
You can build longer because the weather is better.
Con.
There ain't no building codes. So if you want to make your mansion, your whole bottom level of your mansion, if you want to make it out of mud and cow dung, be my guest. Africa will not say anything. You can build a mansion out of cow dung and mud. And if I was in Africa, did you know that would be one of the things that I would have had done already by now? People would have known me. I would have been famous already. I would have looked at I would have had to just seen it once. One mansion. I would have looked at it and said, oh shit. I'm like, oh, that ain't nothing but just like a fucking giant sandcastle. Guess what? You're like, what? You're like, guess what I'm about to do? Like, what are you about to do? I'm about to make the biggest sandcastle in the fucking world. And I'm going to live in it. It's going to be a mansion. And it's going to look just like this spot. I would have a mansion made out of mud. I wouldn't be running around like those people in the bushes. You pull up and you would think that I'm Master P. You're like, this guy obviously is a rapper. He's a superstar. You're like, no, nigga, it's all mud. Cow dung.
Like,
cow dung and straw, mud, cow dung and straw. That's all you need, man. You can fortify a solid structure, and it's miraculously insulated.
Cold.
For some reason,
yeah, it's
it'll
cold
be
inside for some reason.
Yeah. In the summer, it's cold.
Yeah.
And in the winter, it's warm.
Yeah.
That's why you be looking at them people like, why are they always just chilling in them huts? Y'all go do something. They be looking at you, they be like, shit, nigga, I ain't gotta go do nothing. I am chilling. You don't see no sweat beating down my face. But Africans don't be sweating like that. They be parlaying and just sitting there just looking at you. They don't be all bony and skinny. You be like, man, they eating well. Not losing any of their water weight. You like, what they doing?
Yeah, they got a gang of sheep and stuff. Sheep and cows.
Being solid, man.
Yeah.
Kids growing tall and all that shit.
Yeah.
Come over here to America, and it's all just you know what I mean, phony. For you to even have a mansion, you gotta be an exceptional human being. You gotta be exceptional. And you better not start trying to build shit yourself. You gotta pay them for every step of the way. I'm talking about astronomical amounts of money. Yeah, plots of dirt, man. It's like $50,000-$60,000.
Yeah.
For a plot of dirt. You don't get the house with the plot. To lay the foundation is like $40,000 for these people to come out here and put literally just a rectangular slab of cement onto your dirt field that you bought for 50 to 60 grand. You got to pay them another 40 to put the foundation on there. You didn't buy the wood or anything.
Man.
To hell with this place. This place is out of this world. You said, but now we do desire a better country. That is a heavenly. And for that reason, the Most High is not ashamed to be called their God. When you actually desire a better country, the Most High no longer becomes ashamed to be called your God.
Con.
Because he has prepared them a city. He has made a place to where we can build stuff up like this from its local resources.
Con.
You don't have to go through any second party. Instead of Babylon in the United States, that city, this wicked city, this whore, we can go to that bride, man.
Con.
But over here with this whore, you gotta pay. Over here to get the pleasures. While this one right here, Africa, that land will love you.
Con.
It'll provide for you.
Con.
Free of charge. No prostitute actions. You ain't got to be
That's
over there in
right.
Africa tricking. That's right. Yeah, I said it. You ain't got to go to Africa tricking.
Con.
Man, ain't that crazy how we just liken the whole place of Africa as to a woman?
Yeah,
And the United States as a woman?
Yeah.
That
was hard. And then the
That's
tricking
hard.
is the prostitution of the land. And how they working, how they getting that money off that land.
That's right.
The land in Africa.
That's right. That's right, man. That livelihood. Your livelihood over here in the United States is at a price. It comes with a price, and that price is really high.
Con.
Just livelihood. And the reason for that being is one of them is because this place doesn't actually provide. It's not the sole provider of all these resources. This place is obligated to charge you now. It's obligated to charge you because it imports materials. It imports a lot of goods. Because this land doesn't offer everything. Which puts you into the position of where now you become a slave. Because things that would be local and cheap in Africa is one of the most expensive things in over here in the United States. Like diamonds. Diamonds in Africa is cheap. If you're local, gold in Africa is crazy cheap. If you're local, be over here in the United States and see how the price goes from. I think they be selling it for like $7. I think it's $70 or no. I think it's like $20 to $40 an ounce of gold in Africa. Local, U.S. dollars. But they got this little gold exchange, little gold thing process, where they intercept the whole process between you and Africa. I tried to buy gold directly from Africa. It gets intercepted. I'm not talking about the transaction. Before you can even make the transaction, the proposition is intercepted. A third-party agency sells you African gold at American prices from Africa. These are the reasons why it's a really good idea to not be trying to make plans on staying here. And it's a lot more. It is a lot more of a reason to actually look and see the Chinaman and try to. And we're gonna have to beat him to the punch, and we got to go ahead and start being one of the people that goes to Africa and starts investing on that land. Everybody's trying to do it, except for the so-called black man.
Calm, man.
That shit don't even make no damn
Trying to take
sense.
our stuff. Trying to take it, man. What we doing, man? We gotta go back home. Reclaim what's rightfully ours.
Right. And then you got the smartest people. You got the smartest, wisest people out of all the black men. And I'm talking about the Israelites. That's the smartest, wisest men. I don't give nobody else any more credit than them. I'm going to always give the people of the Most High God way more credit than anybody else. They're the smartest people. But still yet, they teaching you to go to fucking the Middle East. What's wrong with these brothers? What are they reading? Are they only reading the doctrines on how to cut people out there in them streets?
Yes, they are.
It's like, what the fuck, man? Because it doesn't even take much, man, to really.
I heard a brother admit it today.
It doesn't even take that much, though. You could just look right at it and say, damn, this is in Africa. You be like, yeah, it is. It's like, why isn't it not jumping out to these brothers?
Don't know.
That's it, man. I'm serious. My spirit be tossing and turning sometimes over shit like that. Because I don't get it. I'm like, what's going on? How the fuck am I living in a twilight zone? I'm like, this shit don't feel right.
Most High says he be giving people a spirit delusion, man. We be running to them people. He causes people to be delusional. He's like, nah, man, this person ain't even cool. Therefore, I'm gonna make him delusional. He gonna know some shit, but he gonna be out of his mind.
He still got to be out of his mind.
Right, man. That's what they be doing, man. There's a brother, he was on, you know what I mean? There was these other brothers on there talking about how they don't want to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments, but they still want to try to build. You know what I mean? And then I was in the chat telling the brothers, like, no, man, the Most High says, man, that we supposed to be holy, we supposed to be set apart. You know what I mean? We ain't supposed to be dealing with people that ain't trying to rock with us. Two can't walk together unless they be agreed. We cannot deal with you if you're not trying to make an oath with us not to do us wrong. We're not building with. There's no building with you. You're a traitor. Yeah, I mean, but the dude, the Israelite dude, you know what I mean, he was trying to say, yeah, man, he was trying to use certain scriptures to justify him being cool with this wicked dude that refuses, even though he knows about the script and all that, he refuses to, you know what I mean, acknowledge it for some certain reason.
And these are, my bad, go ahead.
The Israelite brother, he ended up, you know what I mean, trying to justify him hanging out with the dude and stuff and try to use scriptures to solidify him being able to hang out with other, you know what I mean, just people of different beliefs. And he's like, oh, man, we still got to trade and stuff with people and all that. No, this dude ain't talking about trading. He's talking about living amongst you and chilling with you. He's talking about building a nation with you. But he don't want to go by what you're talking about. No, we don't deal with people like that. But the Israelite brother was trying to say they do. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So that same brother believes that the land is in where they say it's at. The reason why he don't see that the land is in Africa is because he don't keep all the commandments.
Damn.
You don't keep the commandments. Yeah. He's not going to do it.
Right. Because those that believe and love a lie can't even be inheritors. They're going to end up going to the wrong spot.
Con.
You can't inherit the land. Somebody else is already theirs. It's like, and why the hell they keep on setting these strange radical bars? Like, oh, but God is going to destroy all them over there. You're like, and until then what? Just sit here and wait and let Esau beat upside my head? Yeah, because J-Bomb gonna crack about the sky. You're like, which one's supposed to come first? Like, is it J-Bomb cracking out the sky or that place being destroyed? They don't have that chronologically actually in order. Nobody can give you a
right. They don't know that that place gets destroyed before Yahushua Mashiach shows up.
Right. So I'm like, isn't there any places in Africa that used to be kingdoms that we have at least heard about that are now destroyed?
Con.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. Like, isn't it possible that we're those people? We did end up on slave ships from there. Isn't it possible that we were like somewhere around the vicinity of where we were living originally? Like it's too obvious, huh? It's so obvious that it's just mind-boggling when you hear this Middle East shit. I be sitting there looking at these people like, man, what are you guys going off talking X for? Why the hell are you waiting for that place to be destroyed? What the hell is drawing you to that spot? They ain't got no water over there. I'm talking about like, hey man, let's just be like frank. It ain't all that. And you know it. They're like, man, I'm like, man, it ain't all that. Okay? Like today, it ain't all that. So with that being said, how about we going like, control where the gold is at. Let's go somewhere where gold and jewels that we can actually build heavenly temples, like was described. Like, the 12 stones is found in Africa. The 12 gemstones is found in Africa. All of them. They got the emerald. They got the topaz. They got the carbuncle. No, the ruby, the diamond, the sapphire, the agate. That's in Africa. The jasper, the amethyst, or the amethyst, or however you pronounce it, the amethyst stone. It has the opal. They have the sapphire, the onyx, or the aquamarine beryl. Aquamarine beryl is found in Africa. The opal, the agate. There was a missing one, I think. But all them stones are found in Africa, man. Why wouldn't I want to be over there? Why wouldn't I want to get direct connections and be in close commerce with them brothers that already got ownership of these mines that where they get these stones from? Like I'm gonna try to be them niggas' neighbor. I'm not gonna go over there and try to be the neighbors of no fucking Arab, man. Don't come at me with this shit. I am not like you. I don't play like that. I look at I look at an Arab and be like, man, fuck, man, miss me on all this. I'm gone. Fuck y'all. And I would just walk off. Be like, man, deuces. Like, I mean, these niggas are all my motherfucking niggas and went over there and moved around a bunch of fucking Arabs. Like, what? You like, man, them niggas over there trying to set up some permanent shit over there. Surrounded by, like, look at all them ugly ass people. Niggas trying to have us fraternizing and shit with. Like, I ain't trying to mess with them people. I don't want none of that stuff. I don't want none of their genius. I don't like the way those people look. And I'm gonna always say it. Like, I don't care. I'm gonna just say that one. I don't like the way that they look. You're like, man, you like a racist, bigot. Like, oh man, you call it what it is, man. I don't care. With all those stupid labels that you guys be trying to put on people to try to over exaggerate what somebody's doing or somebody's saying or what they believe in. You like, don't try to put them titles on me and try to make it to where the white man is the only people that can actually come up with some, you know what I'm saying, like everything that what I'm trying to say is don't try to make it seem like every damn thing that the white man has ever done, it's just like ass backwards, don't make sense. Like, that's not the truth either. When he sits around there, he looks at another nationality that ain't his and he says, I don't like the way that he looks. You're ugly to me. Then you gotta go on and just accept that. You don't look like him. He ain't supposed to like the way that you look. He's supposed to like the way that he looks. He saw that every day in the mirror. He looked at his mama, his sisters, and this is all he know. So when he sees your black ass walking into him, he says, I don't like the way you look. And just go on and accept it and stop trying to say, oh, man, that's just, man, the white man, he being all like the white man. No. That's just everywhere, about everything. He don't like the way you look because he don't look like you, okay? I see them Arab people, and I ain't used to accepting that because I ain't never had to look at that in the mirror. I never had to look in the mirror and see all that and have to deal with it. Like, damn, I got these dark circles up under my eyes. I'm moving around looking like a raccoon dude. You know, I got a big old crazy nose and stuff. Like, I never had to deal with all that. Like, my skin looks like I'm just like dirty. Like I don't know what's going on, but I just don't look right. I didn't have to deal with all that. So I'm like, so when people say, let's go move around a bunch of Arabs, I'd be like, nigga, I ain't trying to, I don't want all that all around me. Like, why you like, I don't even like the way that looks. Why would I go and surround myself around all that? I'm just gonna go over there where the black people are at. They're like, you serious? You still gonna do something like that? I'm like, yeah, I know. They but we look the same. Just gonna go over there. Call at me, y'all though. Like, take my number down, cause we're gonna have cell phones. You can get my number though. And if y'all niggas need some jewels and gold, I might have the plug on it. Y'all, cause when y'all niggas are that, where y'all gonna be going? Hey man, it ain't gonna be too much there, man. They don't have too much to offer. I'm gonna go ahead and pull the Caleb. I'm gonna go spy out this other land. I'm gonna let y'all niggas go over here and try to play in the sand. You know, these are very, 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 very valid points. I'm listening. I'm like, that's so valid. That's very valid. If anybody heard it, if they played this at the nation's capital, do you know that everybody would listen to the end of this video and they'll say, you know, that brother right there, that was valid points he brought up. You're like, I guess these brothers do got their head on straight. Some of them do. Because that brother brought up some very, very valid points. Like, maybe these Negroes ought to get relocated to Africa so they can have a better judge. Like, y'all want some reparations? You know what? We don't even got that type of shit. Like, what? Like, we ain't got all that. We don't got gold and jewels, silk. That's stuff that y'all was reading in the Bible. You're like, I ain't gonna lie, y'all gonna have to go to Africa for that shit. But what we can do is, like, drop some American money to Africa and tell them in exchange, instead of giving us something, give it to these Negroes that we sending over there to y'all. Hook them niggas up.
Con.
Perfect plan is to tell the American government to no, we don't want your reparations like that. What you need to do is communicate to Africa and let them know we're coming home, and that when we get there, move out the way and give us gold, give us everything on the 12, give us the birthplate stone, give us everything for the breastplate of judgment. We want all of that. We want thousands and thousands of, we want hundreds of thousands of pounds of gold. We want hundreds and thousands of carats of emeralds. Hundreds and thousands of carats of diamonds. We want hundreds and thousands of carats of onyx. 100,000 of carats of jasper stone and opal. We want that. We want hundreds and thousands of pounds of silk.
For the ephods.
We want everything. Yes, for our ephods. We want all of this stuff. We want satin, silk. We want fine twined linen, and we want sewing machines. We want machines to do embroider shit. We want to embroider our own fabric.
That's right.
We want factories with robots to build cars, what the Bible calls chariots. We want our own chariot. I want to make my own luxury car. I'm serious. I'm not messing around, man. I'm 100%. I'm like, no, man, I like, that's a perfect plan. You know, I wish the channel was bigger. I wish that this was one of them channels where we had, you know, like 20 million people watching. Because then we would be getting somewhere. Because the people that actually has all this type of clout, they're useless. They sought without no savior. Good for nothing.
Right.
They ain't here, but just to be trodden down. Used. Extorted, man. Manipulated. Corrupted. Because they don't say the stuff that needs to be said. And they got all the eyes on them and they ain't got shit to say. But we over here, we got not only do we got the cure for the so-called black man, we got the cure for the whole planetary system. Right here. Two dudes just sitting here. Like, yeah, you know, we know how to heal the whole world. Like, y'all know how to heal the world. Like, yeah. Things got to be put back into order.
That's right.
The so-called black man shall not be at the bottom, but first he must get these law, statutes, and commandments memorized in his heart. And be ready to institute them in his own land. And things will get back into order. You white men, y'all want this plague to go away from y'all? Y'all need to sit around here and holler at Africa. Let them niggas know. We about to send some niggas to y'all and they want some jewels. Here's your check. Look out, here they come. Kahalal ha'abar, man.
Kahalal ha'abar.
So yeah, man. So you got to see the whole video. We did the video twice. We did something a little different today. but better and more stuff came out. You know, there was good stuff in the first, so it's good to look at the beginning of it still. But the second time around when I said it to you, I pretty much just did a whole new different video. It was the same word, same thing, same breakdown, but just we touched on different points. So it was 100% thorough, man. I liked it.
Yeah, that was good. That was a nice breakdown, man. Full, thorough understanding, man. And our people, man, we gotta wake up, man. We gotta head to the line, man. That's the next move, man. After we keep these commandments, man. Next thing you know, we gotta go. We gotta go to the line, man. It's time to go.
Yeah, man. That's real, man. Shalom there, Prince of Yahweh. That Orthodox?
No, that's KOT.
KOT. What's up, KOT? Oh yeah, this is the one that be spitting. What's going on there, brother?
Yeah.
Good seeing you, man. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? We dropped the video kind of twice. But yeah, man. We touched on that faith of Abraham. We got on that the Holy Land is what we have to actually start setting our eyes towards, and we got to believe that, you know what I'm saying, the Most High Power is going to give us that spot. And when we get there, yeah, of course, as of right now, we don't know exactly what is the city of Jerusalem, but there was a reason why. It's because the covenant is being reinstituted. It's starting all the way back over. So that whole process that Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob and the Israelites, when they exited out of Egypt, they had to go through, they have to do it again. We have to do it all over again. We got to go about it so we can dwell in tents. It's going to be dope, though. Don't think that we ain't going to have some tricked out tents. The way the tents are these days, man, they making them like damn near houses. It ain't that stuff that you really see in them tent cities that the bums is messing with. That's like the lowest level tent in existence. They got some tents out there, man, that as big as some people's houses.
Yeah.
Real talk. Man, I'm not playing with you.
I know.
Yeah, they got tents, man. I'm talking about these are houses. So when we get there, it's gonna be something to where, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be a much needed but acceptable experience, man.
Wow.
It's gonna be much needed though, man. It's gonna be one of them that final phase purging out of all the concepts and put you in total dependency of the Most High Power, man.
That's right.
You know, and another thing is too, it's gonna give us a little bit of privacy with God. It's going to get us some privacy to where we're going to be seeing, you know what I'm saying, we're going to be seeing some things. Like I said, man, we ain't going to be talking about how Moses brought the children of Israel, the Most High led the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. We ain't going to be talking about that no more. This is going to be the new day we talk about. We're going to be like, man, when the Most High led us out of the United States, it's going to be this and this and this, and the story going to go on.
Yeah.
About the part of when we got here. Like, yeah, and when we got over here, and then the story gonna keep on going. You're like, man, that's crazy. Like, shit, hell yeah, man. Like, but it went down like that because that was us operating hand on hand with God, face to face, privately, intimately. That's when the relationship is gonna become intimate. Yeah, I said it. We're going to be marrying. It's going to be that honeymoon. You feel me?
Yeah.
He's going to marry us and we're going to become intimate with the Most High Power. Man. See how we just laying it down, smoothing it out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Got somebody sitting over here like, no, I don't like how you doing that. Yeah, man, but all right, man. I'm gonna let it end right there, man. 2.5 hours, man. Kal halal ha'abah. Praises to the most high power. Bahashan Yao Shah Hamashiach. Battle Axe in the has right alongside with Akmallah Torah. We had Prince Yahweh, aka KOT in the Hizity house. And everybody else that was actually out here with us, we had our brother Judah Nax. Oh snaps. Judah Nax was in the crib. All praises, man. Thanks for showing up, brother. I didn't have the thing showing up on the side, so I didn't get to see y'all out there. My bad for anybody that I didn't shouts out to. Isaiah Knox, Maranatha, Kal Halal, Ha'abah, Halalo Ya'o. Shalom Bayah to your house, brother, out there.
Come.
For not shouting out to you guys at a timely fashion, but at least I got it in at the end. Better late than never.
Come.
Today is the Shabbat. Don't buy and sell on the day. You should have prepped yesterday. They always said, remember the Shabbat. That means prep. Remember the Shabbat. Day of prep. And keep it holy. Have that set aside. Set aside. Make sure your time is set aside and dedicated for that day. You want to drink on that day? Well, you need to buy your drink the night before. The day before, it's lucky. Buy the day before, man. Prep. You prep for Christmas. You prep for Christmas morning. You make sure that you have your stuff out there. Shalom out there. Shalom. Nala Dana. We got the sister out there. All praises. Thanks for tuning in. But you prep for this day just the same way that you can go ahead and honor Christmas and prep for that. You make sure. I'm not going to say that we celebrating Christmas today, but I'm talking about back in the day. You know? You made sure that you was prepared for that day, whatever you was going to be doing, whether you was just going to be receiving some presents or you was going to be giving presents on that day. You made sure that your presence was under that Christmas tree by Christmas morning. You know that. You know that when you was going to be going to a turkey dinner, you knew which one that you was going to be attending to. You know whose houses you was going to hit up, or you knew what you was going to be cooking. Because you prepped for that day, because that day was holy to you. It was special. Well, don't you lose that momentum when it comes down to honoring the day for the Most High, man.
Right, I was about to say, keep that same energy now. Keep that same energy, but do all that towards y'all. You know what I mean?
Right.
The Father.
That's perfect, man. Because if you do that, you want to get it in, like, hey, but I like the party. Well, try to, you know what I'm saying, get a positive party going on. What I mean by a positive party is don't have all that drama and that crazy shit popping. Don't have that crazy music playing. Don't be on there trying to get laid and shit.
Right.
Celebrate to be around your people. Have like a weekly family reunion where y'all can sit around and discuss and become a little bit more familiar with each other. Because I'm going to say this, man. The so-called black man has become too individual over here, individualized over here. The so-called black man and the so-called black woman. We don't really associate with our family the way that we probably should. You go and look at other families, not other families, but other nationalities, and the way they kind of operate with each other. They operate a little bit more close in time. They always have like
some get together.
The brain they people along type of mentality.
Yeah.
But over here in the United States with the so-called black man, we have been faced with a plight of financial challenges for such a long time and in so many different avenues and different directions that we kind of tend to forget about our people when you finally break through and get a piece of the pie. They just like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like a fight and a struggle. You have to be exceptional. When you finally get it, it's just like you're relieved. And a lot of our people, they try to disassociate themselves from the nonsense that they had to endure throughout their struggle and getting to where they were, man.
Come.
To where, not saying that you know what I'm saying, you end up being a bad person or anything like that. I'm just saying that it creates the concept of individualism
Come.
to where you don't realize it though. You might not even catch it, but you don't realize it, but you don't care too much about everybody else. You just really much you try to stay focused on just you. It works. You can control
because
that.
our people they've been alone their whole life. You know what I mean? Going through all this. Like we all been alone. Going through what they going through in life. What?
Right. Peace, man.
Peace.
Come on,
And
man,
We
y'all.
all been alone. And people has been against us for the most part.
All right, man. I got some questions for y'all, so-called scholars.
Why you gotta say so-called?
Because, man, it's 2021.
Okay. Your point?
All that
Okay.
stuff
You
sounds
coming to
good.
fight? You coming to fight?
Hold on. It's not about fight because you're not my.
But did you
pop.
come?
No.
Are you
I
coming
come to fight against some of the concepts you all have.
So you came to fight?
No.
Right.
It's a difference. You moving, you operating out of ignorance. So, or either
So you came to
just.
fight?
Yeah, he came
No,
to fight.
I ain't come to fight y'all. Y'all my friends.
Then why am I operating out of ignorance?
Because it's 2021, and Jesus Christ ain't coming to help you to do shit. How about that? And you want to keep putting your people in the religion of the oppressor, dealing with Christ Jesus, man. Come on, man. All that other stuff
You see the
moving to
smile on my
Africa.
face? You see the smile on my face?
No, I'm
You know
not
why I'm
looking at
smiling, man?
I'm not looking at the
Because
screen.
this is the words of a nigga that done lost his mind.
Okay,
You know that?
We'll see.
This is a brother. You the prime example of what we be talking about on here. We saying
Man,
people
Christ Jesus ain't gonna do
lost
nothing
their
for black
cotton
people,
picking
man.
minds.
Hey,
They
man,
lost their
I've been
cotton
living.
picking minds, and they have no belief. They lack belief. They don't. They some show people. Our people is real good about show. All right. We ain't really about that action like that, like we say. But we sure do know how to show out. And with that being said about that show out, we have become a people that needs to be we need to see.
Man, you sound like that. You sound.
That's why
See,
I
I ain't gonna deal with you like.
y'all said a wicked and adulterous generation seeks for a sign.
We got
but
the
you can't
sign.
receive it.
Con. But they
Okay,
ain't gonna
there you
receive
go.
no
We ain't
Yeah,
talking
man,
about no
you
signs,
Jonah.
man. We didn't. Listen, man. Listen.
You ain't gonna see no sign but the sign of Jonas.
We're not talking about no signs right now, man. We're not talking about signs right now. We're talking about you.
Yes, you
want to
see,
talk.
because you saying, hold on, because when you say the Messiah ain't gonna do anything for us,
No,
you're saying
that ain't the
that
Messiah.
from the
First of all,
perspective as if, listen, hold on, you're saying that from the perspective as if he has not, is not, so which solidifies you saying that he still will not do anything. But if he has been and is doing things for us, then that means that he will. But just the thing that goes on and where we are separating on our two ideologies is that you ain't getting operated with Yahushua HaMashiach. But with brothers like Akmalah, Battle Axe Finahaz, brothers like, brothers like
man, this is what I'm
KOT,
saying.
like sister, hold on, like Sister Nala, all right, like Judah Nats, like Isaiah Knox, we do see God. We see evidence of the Most High power in our lives.
We ain't saying nothing about the Most High, man. Hold on. See, this is what I'm saying, man. You don't want to have no conversation, man.
So when a foolish person comes through and says something such of a radical statement and saying that he ain't going to do anything, well, all of us is already looking like, no, we already worship and honor a God
whoever
has
worships
been,
Jesus.
that actually
Hold
has
on.
been provided for us this whole time.
No, Jesus Christ ain't been provided for you.
It's sad to say,
Hold on, hold
brothers
on.
like
See, that's
you
what I'm saying. That's what
that
I'm saying.
can't say
You
or
don't
see the same
you
thing.
don't want me to say what I want to say because you say you want to battle. If you say I come to fight, then let me
No, I
fight.
never said. I
I mean,
never
fight.
said that I wanted
I
to
mean,
battle.
fight
I
me then.
asked you,
Fight
did
me
you
then,
come
man.
to
Fight.
fight?
This is what I'm saying, man. Listen.
I never told you that. I never told you that I'm here to fight you. I told you. I told
everything
you.
you said,
Hey,
everything
I
you
was
said,
asking you that. Did you come to fight?
everything you
To
said.
see where your spirit was at, so
Only,
I can
only,
see,
only
so I
one
can
that's gonna.
see who I'm dealing with. Am I dealing with a wise
I'm
brother,
trying to
or
tell
am
you.
I dealing with a
Hey man, I'm
foolish
trying to
man?
talk to you, man. Better X. Only person that's gonna help black people in America is the Creator. Jesus Christ ain't gonna help them. See, that's what you
Where did you
messing
get
up
this
at
from?
right there.
Did anybody really bring up in particularly, like, did this lesson in particularly, was this like a Christian message? This wasn't a Christian message today.
It's always a Christian message from you because you're a Christian.
No, did you know that this was not a Christian message? This was actually talking about the patriarchs. That's what this message was
Why in the
talking about.
why?
It was the
Black
faith
people are stupid. Let me
of
tell you something.
Abraham.
Let me tell you something.
Listen, brother. Hey,
Listen.
listen. It was
Listen.
called, the title
Black.
of the video is "The Exodus from
No,
America."
no,
Let me
no.
ask you a question.
No,
Did you
man. Listen,
understand that
man.
that's
Black
what the
people.
lesson was about today?
Listen. Black people is stupid to go to Africa bringing Jesus Christ on their banner. That's stupid as hell. Why would you go back to Africa with Jesus Christ as your leader and as your God and as your Messiah? That's stupid.
This is what the sister had to say to you, man.
She's lost like you. She's lost
You
like
can't
you if she believes in
come
Jesus
into the
Christ.
house without the sun, man. You're a thief. You a thief and a robber. Reason to kill.
Man.
That needs to happen is that you need.
Okay, that's why y'all not
Okay,
gonna be
That's
successful.
right.
You're not gonna be
No,
successful in Africa
You're an unlearned brother.
with that Jesus
You're
Christ
an
stuff,
unlearned
man.
brother.
You don't read the
All
Bible,
right.
You're
and that's
unlearned.
the problem. The problem is you
I
don't
got
read.
common sense though, man. Y'all been dealing with Jesus Christ in America for over 400 years, and y'all still
Who has?
you African American.
Who has?
Y'all been
Africans
dealing with
have
Jesus
not
Christ
been dealing. Listen. I'm going to entertain your fullest statement real quick. I'm gonna entertain it just real quick. Let me give
That's a
you.
colonial. That's a colonial.
Listen, man. Listen for a second. Let me give you a little bit of
Man,
information.
no.
Just real quick.
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead
Be
and let you finish.
quiet for
I'm
a
gonna let y'all
second.
stay ignorant, man. I'm gonna
Just
let you
be
stay
quiet for a second.
talking crazy. I'm gonna let you finish talking
Anyways,
crazy. That's
the
cool.
Israelites have not. Cool. But the Israelites, the so-called black men, had no clue about actually the real, true Yahushua, the Mashiach, or the Savior of the so-called Israelites. We haven't not been there. So when people are trying to come up with that false narrative saying we have been dealing with JC or whatever, the Messiah or Christ or anything for 400 years, that's a bold-faced lie. How are you going to sit here and try to say that you've been dealing with any, like, what? Well, I'm not going to say any. How are you going to try to say that you've been dealing with God or Yahushua, whoever, the Messiah, on any level when you have not been taught anything about him?
Con.
You never actually been introduced. That's why he even says to those in the book of Matthew, chapter 7. Can we get that real quick, Akmalat?
Yeah.
Matthew 7 and 13. You got your sword?
I was going to blue letter.
Okay. Okay, you're going to blue letter it? Go ahead.
Yeah.
That's cool too.
Matthew 7.
That's
13?
why he says, man. Yeah.
All right.
You're going to get this Matthew 7 and... my bad. 7 and 21. Start at 21. I didn't want to go all the way. Just get to 21 real quick.
All right, we there. All right. It says...
You want to zoom in? Do you know how to do that?
The what?
Okay, you don't know how to make it bigger? It's really, really tiny. That's all.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. Let me show.
Right there on, you see them 3 dots next to your name? Next to your tag?
Oh, don't you see it? Okay, there it went blue up. Boom. And,
Yeah, you went
oh, you
off.
can't see that? Look, you see it?
Okay, yeah, now we can see it. Yeah.
It says,
Con.
not everyone that says unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that does the will of my Father which is in heaven. Many.
So first and foremost, there's people that don't even know the will of the Father. So how are you going to try to say that we've been operating with the Most High God when our people has not been even taught the will of the Father? We ain't been taught to keep the commandments. They just use that word real loosely and toss that phrase around universally. They don't actually put any strong emphasis on even the 10. All right, what else?
It says, many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name? And in thy name have we cast out devils? And in thy name done many wonderful works? And then will I profess unto them, I never knew you.
I
Depart
never
from
knew
me.
you. You that work what?
You that work iniquity.
So
Sin
if
after
you
sin.
are in,
Transgression of the
yeah,
law.
if you are in a lifestyle of sin, you have never ever been operating with Yahushua HaMashiach. So when these people are
That's right.
lying, saying y'all been working with God for this and y'all been working with God for that, that's a lie. No, you haven't. No, you haven't. Our people has been working with God. I'm talking about on a mass level, just recently, possibly within the last 10 years. That's as much as you can go back on these videos and see people's lessons. It goes back to like 10 years. So how are you going to sit here and say that we have been working with God, been working with Yahushua HaMashiach, the Messiah, the Savior, when we've been doing nothing but being workers of iniquity? Even when you was in the church houses. That's why they said, haven't we not cast out devils in your name? Done many miracles?
Yeah, which is,
Felt the
I mean,
Holy Ghost?
they stop people. They get people to stop doing drugs. They get people to stop being prostitutes.
Right.
That don't mean that they
Over
keeping
there.
the commandments. Them people Sunday worshiping.
Exactly.
At that same time. Most I says keep the
Exactly.
Sabbath holy. That's the day that you reference him.
Con. That simple. He literally says, I ain't never knew you. That wasn't me. I'm not claiming responsibility for any of that stuff that was going on. No. You can't say that you've been dealing with me.
Yeah,
That's
you ain't
exactly
doing
what
that
that
in my
scripture says.
name. That's basically what he
Right.
said. You ain't did that in my name.
Nope. You did that in my name. You ain't been fucking with me.
Right, man.
That's the end of that. So that buffoon that is now got up on here just got sliced and diced. He just got his head chopped off.
And we weren't even trying to do all that.
That's what they do. They run up and they get immediately socked out. You gonna run up like that and get instantly socked out? You better stop running up on me. You better stop running up on Akalak Torah. These niggas got hands. You just left them over here, left them over here all knotted and beat it up. Didn't see Matthew 7:21 coming or something? Like the sister said, there ain't even no reason to contend. This brother just needs to read. Wouldn't be saying arrogant stuff. He wouldn't have to get hit with the 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm gonna hit him with the 1, 2, 3.
1 Samuel 2 and 3, man.
You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't have to get hit with the 1, 2, 3, man. Let me get that 1, 2, 3 for him real quick. 1 Samuel 2 and 3. It said, talk no more exceedingly proudly. Let not arrogancy come out of your mouth. For the Lord is a God of knowledge. And by him Actions are weighed.
Con.
You gotta put in your actions, man. You want to sit here and talk about, well, Messiah, he ain't gonna save you or nothing, man, and shut your mouth up. You need to start getting some knowledge, brother.
Con.
Of course, a brother like you ain't gonna have no faith because you don't know a damn thing. You ain't gonna have a clue on what we talking about because you are unknowledgeable in the scripts.
Con.
You're arrogant. You're speaking from your area of ignorance, like you try to say
Con.
on me. How you gonna try to say the dude that actually is reading and studying out of the book is ignorance? That's the opposite of the definition of ignorant. You know,
Con.
that is the primary definition for being ignorant. So you over here without a book, you over here with no scripts, no knowledge, no alternatives, running your mouth, thinking that you coming up with some type of sophisticated level of information.
And
You
then,
ain't sophisticated.
Con.
You a sucker, man. You done lost your mind. Mister ain't never read a book. I say our people ought to be ashamed of themselves, but they don't. They don't have no shame. A bunch of shameless individuals, not to be taken serious.
Con.
Embarrassed, pathetic. That's right.
That's right.
So yeah, man. So with that being said, we had a slice of clown today. Dude ended up turning this into the meat market. Now we got, for real, now we got raw meat to clean up.
Right.
And it
You know,
ended up,
I got a couple scriptures lined up for that brother, man. Shoot, man.
you know, he don't know he
You gonna
was
turn
about
this
to
into a
he
bloody
was about to
scene.
run at the issue. He was gonna run at the issue after issue, man. He
Yeah.
wasn't gonna be able to come. He was gonna leave this panel limbless.
Con.
Swinging axes around here, man. We got axes and swords over here, man. We don't hit nobody with no daggers.
Con.
We axes and swords around here, man. You done lost your mind. Kal halal ha'abah, man. All praise to the Most High Power. Bahasham Yahweh Shah Hamashiach, man.
Con.
The water Abba for giving us the Holy Spirit to be able to slice up demons, man.
Con.
Bind up all things that offend so we can actually set in and engage the end of this white supremacy construct.
Con.
Moving idiots out the way. You know what I'm saying? Moving these lame-brained ass brothers that's suffering from Stockholm syndrome and Willie Lynch syndromes, God complexes, and daddy issues. The water Father for removing us from these type of individuals and they type of mind frames, and that you have blessed us with the Holy Spirit to have the type of the knowledge to be able to see through wormism, so we can rise up and not crawl upon our bellies like the serpents were designed to do.
Con.
That brother done lost his mind. He's a bugged out brother. We got it. You gotta always give thanks for not being a damn fool.
Con.
That is a gift that comes of God. He has actually shed mercy upon you for you to be sitting around here being able to operate with your mind properly and to be able to gravitate towards the Most High Power. That's a blessing. Because those
Con.
that don't do that, that don't have that ability, man, the Most High Power has dissed that person in some kind of way, man. And
That's right.
that's sad. That's sad, man. And it's probably because he knows
Rebellion.
that they will say things like this brother was saying right here. He knows it. He's like, nah, man, this is the type of motherfucker that will say this. So I'm gonna let his ass stay delusional. Because when I see him on the day of trip mode, I want to remember the last shit that he said. I want to remember him blasphemy. I want to see him get that recorded on One Nation Set Apart. So the day before I'm about to go and handle my business on this cat, I'm gonna go ahead and watch that video one more time, refreshing that spirit of wrath that I'm gonna have upon that dude's lips when I bust his teeth out his mouth.
Get out.
All praises to the Most High Power. Bahashan Yao Shah Hamashiach. Kal Halal Ha Abba. And them people out there, man, that be following after the same concept that this fool. Man, it's a shame, man. Because them dudes, they got eternal hellfire coming to them. They got what? I said it. Eternal hellfire
Daniel 12.
coming unto them. Let me get this. I'm about to talk about these brothers in the last days real quick. It's Peter. Let's go there real quick. Timothy. Not Peter. Let's go to Timothy. At Timothy 3:1, he says, "This understand that in the last days shall come perilous times, for men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, cursed speakers." What? Cursed speakers, disobedient to father and mother, unthankful, unholy, unkind, truce breakers, stubborn, false accusers, rioters, fierce. This is this brother right here too. Despisers of them which are good, traitors. What is it? An effing traitor. Heady.
Man, that's that word of the year, man. Traitors.
That's the word of 2021, man. Straight traitors, man. He's a traitor. Heady, high-minded, greedy upon voluptuousness more than the lovers of God, having the similitude of godly living, but have denied the power thereof.
That's what the
And
brother was
such
just doing.
abhor. Huh?
He was doing that, denying the power.
Yeah, that's real, man.
You know what I mean?
And you know what it says?
Power.
Yeah, it says, and of such of those dudes, those type of people, what did he say do? Abhor. How do you abhor people today? Online.
Don't mess
Block
with them.
Block
Yeah.
they bitch ass. That's why his ass got blocked. That's why all his messages are gone. Because you're blocked, you damn fool. Get the fuck out of here. And stop blowing up our phone with that crazy shit too. Crazy ass. He says, of this sort are they which enter into houses and bring into bondage women laden with sin, which women are led of diverse lusts, always learning and never able to come into the knowledge of the truth. That's why the brother is probably single to this day. Because the type of women that this brother gravitates to and brings into his household ain't like the sisters that believe in Christ. Like he tried to say that we should stay away from that foolish brother. That's the reason why you probably single to this day. Because all you have been doing is you've been bringing into your house, trying to headlock and cuff women that is just plagued with sins, man. Sinful ass women. That ain't that ain't gonna show no commitment to you. When you deal with a sister that believes in Yahushua HaMashiach, you deal with a sister that actually devoted themselves to God. That is a woman that
Virtuous
is
woman.
committable. She will commit herself to you because she is a committing minded type of person, as you should be. But if you have never ever been able to commit yourself to God, what makes you think that you can commit yourself to a woman? Commit yourself as a woman to a man. Because a man or a woman is going to probably disappoint you. And what you going to do when you face disappointment? A lot of people reject and run. That's why they end up single. But the ones that actually can commit themselves to a God, they know how to deal with disappointment. If you actually truly turn yourself to God, you're going to go through some things and you're going to get used to being disappointed in some things, but you're going to be used to actually being helped at the end, succored by the Most High Power, saved. But you're going to have to go through a couple of disappointments. You'll get used to being able to strive through those type of things. But you ain't that type of person that can actually make it through that. You ain't the type of person that can actually commit yourself to God or make it through some disappointments. After you have committed yourself to God, you probably going to be a person that's going to be having relationship issues too. You're probably going to have a problem with keeping a long-term relationship or even making any type of commitment in anything. You probably was a high school dropout, maybe a college dropout, because you lack commitment. So don't let nobody ever tell you any of these lies and let them get away with any of that shit. Saying we've been dealing with Christ for 400 years, that's a lie. He's
That's
telling you
right.
he ain't never even knew you. You a worker of he don't fuck with workers of iniquities. So that's
He
the
said,
truth.
my mother and my brother, the people that he deal with, those who keep the commandments.
Right.
That's what he said.
And it says, and we know that God heareth not sinners. So you a sinner. Your prayers and all that stuff wasn't even going to him. So it would prove that no. When people say you've been dealing with God for the last 400 years, that's a false statement. You're like, nah, man, we actually been dealing in sin and inequity. We've been actually worshiping strange gods, like the scripture says that we're doing. It doesn't say that we're worshiping him. It says that we're worshiping strange gods. That's part of the punishment. You end up on slave ships and you end up in a strange land to worship gods that neither you nor your fathers have ever known.
That's right.
So what are you talking? You're like, that's, but we have to say these things, even though a lot of us, this is obvious. We all know all these scriptures. But hey, you never know. You might have an idiot sitting on the sideline talking crap, thinking he really is being real smart by denying the book. And he has to be reminded, like, nah, let's go ahead and just lay down the basics for you just one more time. So with that being said, man, all praise to the Most High Maranatha, man.
Maranatha, Bashem, Shah Mashiach, man.
That's right. Khan. We're going to go ahead and shut this one down, let this one end out. I'm probably going to just play like maybe a music video for y'all. And after that, we're going to get out there in them streets. Get on that work. Try to bring a bit more people to the marriage because it's almost time to go. All praise to the Most High. The water, Shalom by y'all. Peace to your house. Shabbat, Shalom. Peace on your Sabbath. Honor the Sabbath and keep it holy. Don't buy and sell today. Pray. And we out. Kwam Yasharala. Kwam Yasharala.
There ain't no music playing.
Oh, it was no. Oh, my bad. My bad. My people. I thought there was music playing. Let me have it for y'all real quick. My bad. Can you hear it now?
Kyle, I hear the beat. Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
I'm getting the other one ready right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting the other one ready right now.
Mubs got beat. Contrary, doing it different.
Be young. Be young. Be young.
Yeah, you Yeah, 5 minutes later, man. I know. It was a bunch of BS, man. I'm done. Running slow like a bug, man. But here we